welcome back to another episode. Happy Saturday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Joker J, my friend, welcome. Happy Saturday. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being here.
What's up?
Brandon, my friend, welcome. Nice to see you back. You're muted. Here we go. This is why he hasn't been back, guys. He's a peasant. He does not know technology.
What happened?
You're muted. What's going on? Let me see if I can.
I didn't even click that. What's that all about?
There you go. Unbelievable. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Hey, man.
Guys, so we're going to see what we're going to get ourselves into tonight. We do have some action. We do have a few things to talk about. So it's not going to be a total boring stream as usual. You guys know what it is. Also, guys, the two exclusives are fully out for your taking. So if you haven't got them, they're available for everybody now. So if you waited on the queue like a peasant, unbelievable. Unbelievable. But let's say hello to you guys. Guys, we're waiting on Michael. We're waiting on William. We're waiting on Nefty. Nefty said he would let me know if he wasn't going to make it. It looks like I'm chopped liver tonight because he didn't even say anything. But we'll see.
Disco.
Yeah, I think exactly.
Doing the meringue.
He's draining that prostate. So we got Bobo in the house.
Wait, what?
Friend.
I need details.
I need details. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you.
How you doing?
Phobophobic. Welcome, my friend. Phobophobic.
Don't be afraid of fear.
Saturday, don't be phobophobic.
Like me with a good time.
Oh my God. Yes, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. There's 24 of you guys in here already. This is every single channel member is in here right now. Thank you guys for being here. Guys, if you haven't thought about being a channel member, please do so. You will enjoy yourself knowing that you're in a group chat with experienced collectors, not YouTubers. You will not, if you're looking for YouTubing, you're on the wrong channel. Okay. If you're looking for experience collecting, if you're looking for knowledge, if you're looking for humongous collections, more is more collections, right? Then this is where you belong, my friend.
If you say more is more.
Well, I mean, isn't that reality? More is more, right?
Yeah, it's just fun. I zoned out, and then I was like, "He should say more is more."
More is more. We got a Carter in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome, welcome. We got Gina in the house. Welcome. Nice to see you, Gina. Welcome, welcome. We got Sean in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. We got Brad, Peasant Brad in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello.
I just see Brad. And all the screenshots and all the clips. Unbelievable. Balls deep in the Jazzinc mess. The one name popping up all the time. Brad Peasant. Every comment.
I told you. Dude, I told you, it was so funny when everybody was arguing over that 89 Batmobile, and he's in there really, like, legitimately trying to get answers, and he couldn't get it because everybody's arguing. It was so funny. I was dying. I was like, oh poor Brad.
God. Poor Brad. Brad, see what happens when you're a peasant in the wrong channels? Oh, Brad, unbelievable. I bet Faz is buying 2 Catwomen. Absolutely not. How dare you? And it's been a long time, so we're going to give you some watermelon.
Babs, I took your pre-order on those 2 Catwoman figs. I took your pre-orders on those 2. What do you mean?
Yeah, but he's talking about the Jazzinc ones. Yes, I know. I ordered 2 from you. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we got Talia in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Happy Saturday. Welcome. We got Brad also in the house. We got Carlos. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante. How you doing?
How you doing?
Welcome. That'll never get old. I don't care how much you hate it. Let's see who else. We got Ernesto in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Brad says, thank God that 89 doesn't have doors because Fab would break. Oh my God, Brad, unbelievable.
That Ghostbusters car was the best. That was the best.
Why would I punch the door?
Yeah, you're like the door was closed, and you finally slammed it. I'm like, that's a $2,000 car you just punched. And everybody in the chat was like, did you just punch that car?
Hey. It wasn't $2,000. Get it right. Don't lie in the company. We don't want you lying and making things up on the company. It was only $1,000. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 2,500.
No, it was more than 1,000, obviously, but people can't handle the mild inflation. Leo, my friend, welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome, guys. We got Thule in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see who else says yes, guys. Hit that like button. There's 33 of you guys in here already. Thank you guys for being here as well. Look at you guys. We got Ash in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello.
Welcome. We got Thomas Jones, long time peasant. Where have you been?
Hello.
He says, is Fab still recording in the bathroom or is he back home now? Is he back home now? Oh, man. I'm back home. Let's see. Who else is in here? Thank you guys for being here. Let's see. We got Ryan in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Still waiting on that video, you peasant.
I'm doing.
Yeah, still waiting on this video, Ryan. I know you guys know what he did. He tried to create some hype around his channel. And he was like, guys, video coming. Just kidding. Keep looking at my videos. Peasant status.
He plays good music. I like Ryan.
Peasant status. No, he makes great videos.
Yeah. Got good taste in music and metal.
Let's see. We got Thomas Jones says, Yost has been on an apology tour doing loser YouTuber shows. You can't even ask anything slightly critical or you get put in timeout.
What's the story? I don't know this cat.
Yost is the owner of Jazzinc.
Oh, right. Okay. Sounds familiar.
And so it looks like somebody Thomas Jones, please explain what you mean by this. Were you put on timeout? Was somebody put in timeout? Like what's going on? Obviously I don't know what's going on. But anytime you have a situation where somebody's money could be affected, right? So for example, when Justin was deleting comments, right? When Justin was removing people, when people were, hey, something's wrong with Toys Wonderland, I'm not getting my stuff. Nobody's answering. I'm not getting my figures. They took my money. Help somebody, please help. Justin, please help. Delete.
Was he doing that?
Well, Justin was 100%.
Dude, that's disgusting. I heard a little bit of the rumor about that whole thing going, but I only started getting involved like right around the time that was already going on. Yeah. And I thought there were just salty people making that kind of shit up. I didn't know he was actually doing it.
For anybody to make something like that up, it's kind of crazy because who would come up with something like that? You know what I mean? Like
exactly. That's dirty.
To lie like that, right? So, and the same thing, like when Yo says, like, there's people in the community who lie and make up things. That's what he said. It came out of his mouth. I'm not saying that, I'm not making anything up. So, for somebody to go out their way and be like, oh, this company did this when they didn't, like, I think that's kind of like, why would somebody, and I'm not saying people don't, I'm just saying that why would somebody do that? You know what I mean? It would have been very obvious. It would have came out already that it's a lie, whatever somebody's lying about. But everything that you're hearing is people's experiences. You know what I mean? People are showing you these vehicles and people are going, hey, this looks like shit. And you're like, and then he says, oh, they're lying. So it's like, how can you, why would you lie about something like that? Why would anybody dislike you that much or they're going to make something up? You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's like, why would you say that? So you can't criticize anything that may affect somebody's money. So that's common sense, right? So I'm not shocked, Thomas. And in Europe, censorship is 101 right now. So everybody's getting it. So it's, you know, it's very, very, very simple to just quiet somebody who is against the narrative. We watched it live. We lived it live during the 2020, 2021, during the election stuff, when everything was suppressed, when the diary was suppressed, when, you know, ivermectin was suppressed. All these things were supposed to be, you know, we were supposed to know, and things that were that were there to benefit us, that were supposed to be beneficial to us, were completely suppressed. So think about that. Think about that. Why would this be any different? If you're affecting somebody's money, right? You were affecting people who were telling you that ivermectin worked, right? Let's just say worked. A lot of companies were losing out on the vaccine money, right? So they didn't want you messing with that money. That's why you were suppressed. So I understand why they're suppressing, you know, thought, because it could be a problem, which again, it shows you what you're dealing with. Period. That's all it does. That's all it does.
I remember when that whole ivermectin thing happened, I thought, man, I got to get me a bunch of horse tranquilizers. So I was taking that to make sure that I didn't get COVID. All I did was get high for like 6 months. And then they said it's horse dewormer, so I had to go back to the feed and tack shop.
He said horse tranquilizer. Can you imagine? Can you imagine him like in the movie Old School when he shot himself with the animal dart? Oh my god! He's like, oh man. He's like, I like you. He's like, you're cool, man. I like you. He's like, but you're crazy.
Dude, you got to go back even further to a movie called Bachelor Party. It was one of Tom Hanks's first movies back in the 80s. And it's amazing. There's a guy in there takes a bunch of horse pills, and then he tries to kill himself with an electric razor. He's just holding it to his wrist, and it's just. Oh,
I gotta see that. We got Jim in the house. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Brad says, Fab News, your appearance, just to show harm. So I would say, here's the thing, though. I'm not against that. I'm not against that, right? I would never be against that. If he ever said, hey, I would like to come on your stream to, you know, to speak on a product, or to, you know, let people know about a new product, I have no problem with that. My issue is, I don't need to lie. I don't, you know, and I'm going to ask questions that he may not be okay with. You know what I mean? So that's why.
Like what? Give me a sample of one of those. I love inflammatory shit.
No. Like, you know, for example, he said that the 22 vehicle, the 89 vehicle, the 66 vehicle all came with messed up molds. Like, and that, you know, that he knows, he's very aware that these 3 vehicles at least came with these mold defects, and it is what it is. And he's going to fix the, you know, whatever he can fix with touching up and sanding or whatever, and polishing and whatnot. But those molds, you know, if they turned out garbage, then that's what you're getting, and you can't fix it. So my question for something like that would be, how do you think that is okay to know that this, to anybody with a brain, would not be worth $1,500, $1,200, $1,800,
yeah,
$2,000.
The price tags are a little steep to be going ahead and settling for shit.
So,
I gotta be
right.
honest.
So that alone, you know, that alone to me, it's like, how is it okay that you guys are drooling? You know, I give Brad shit about this all the time, but it's like, you know, on a serious note, it's like, how you guys like, is money not valuable to you guys? Do you guys get money thrown at you for free? Like, do you not work for your money, that it doesn't bother you that somebody just, oh, well, you're getting this crap. It is what it is for $2,000. Like, yeah, maybe I'm an asshole. Maybe I am, you know, I have no patience. Call me whatever it is.
No, but, man, you're totally right. I mean, do you have any idea how long I've got to dance on a pole in order to make $2,000? It's ridiculous.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Hey, horrible. What do you mean horrible? It's not that bad.
Brandon, horrible. You'll get my last 20, buddy.
You know what? That's it.
Are
we gonna do this now? Let me get a poll. Hold on.
Yeah. I will sell myself to get money to see you dance on that pole.
Oh my god, you guys!
We will both go down in infamy.
Unbelievable. That is so funny. Also, let's see who we got in the house. Let's make sure everybody.
Uh-oh. Who's at the door? Don't answer. Don't.
Oh my God! It's Batman.
Batman.
Hey, look at this. How are you, Bruce?
Can you see out
there? Did he just burp? What did he say?
Bat burp. Holy burp. Holy gag.
Oh, man.
Oh, let me speak his language and see if I get it.
Who are you?
How's it going?
That is a crazy mask. Look at the eyes, man.
That's what I love, and that's what I'm saying. Can you see out of that? Is there little slits under the white? Yeah, you, Batman, you.
It's like, yeah, you, Batman, you.
Oh man, see, he actually said something. Now he sounds so soft. I can't even take him seriously anymore.
That is awesome, man.
No, that's a nice mask. I like
You're
that.
very soft, Brandon.
There we go. That's it. You have to do the entire show just like that.
Please, no.
No.
Welcome.
Dude, let's do that. Hold that up. Will, hold that up for a minute. Can I see that?
That's cool.
So where do you look out of? Right in the corners?
No, it's fabric. You see through it.
Get out of here. That is awesome. How did you make that, did you?
No, this I got from a professional guy who makes these for a living.
God, I'd love to get one of those.
So like when I used to do the hospital visits for kids and stuff, I originally did them as Batman, but Batman
visits for kids.
Out of like, kids that are dying, so that's not a good idea. So I switched up to Captain America for the hospispital visits.
What a nice guy. Can't believe you, man. I have a whole new respect for you.
You should be Mr. Hot Toys when you go visit them. We got Chadwick Boseman in the house. Welcome, Mike.
I just want to tell everybody in the chat about a special sale I've got. I got a Gold Club Jamie Lannister that I only want $75 for if anybody wants it.
All right, deal.
Oh my god. Brad said Nefty's probably scared of Fabs. No, he's shaking them hips. Those hips don't lie. Okay.
Yep.
We got Michael. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Let's see who else is in here.
235. He's always getting deals, this guy.
Hey Moose, make sure that his white isn't turning brown. That's a common thing with A New Hope Luke.
Ooh, there you
Farm
go.
Boy Luke.
Already looking out for you, Michael. You just came in and already taking care of your figures. You're welcome. We got Eric in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Means what's up. Let's see who else is in the house. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. There's 41 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Happy Saturday, everybody. We got Giovanni in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for welcome. Let's see. We got Caleb in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Welcome. What this guy? Unreal. I can't wait to rub it in. I can't wait.
Why? What's DP figures? What did I miss?
Well, so I
There's
believe
more Deadpool variants, more Wolverine variants.
I believe we're getting more
got it.
Deadpool figures, and Peasant Ash says he doesn't think so. So I said absolutely, and he's every week he's telling me where are they. Oh my god. He says, Fabs, I need to get my Jazzinc box shaker machine fixed. Oh, wait a second. Oh man. We got Jedi Sushi. That's a new one. Welcome. Nice to see you.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Welcome. Jedi
Sushi.
That's something William would order from the local sushi place.
Bob out there fact checking.
Don't get me wrong. I love it raw, but you know.
William would be like, I don't like Star Wars. I'll take the Jedi sushi roll, please.
Jedi.
Did you see? There's rumor that they're going to be doing the next Star Wars show is going to be a prequel to Acolyte.
Oh, I
Oh
can't wait.
God.
Can't wait. And who's
Like,
narrating it? William?
Dude, I don't know, man. I just I didn't watch it the first time around. I'm definitely not going to watch the prequel. Well, I don't know. It depends on who's show running.
The Thor,
No, it
welcome,
doesn't.
my friend. Thank you for being here.
It's gonna be awful. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awful. Don't be racist, okay? Or as William would say, xenophobic.
That's just for the alien.
Xenophobic was when you were making fun of aliens, okay?
Dude.
Real aliens.
William doesn't know big words. What are you talking about?
What did I say? I said, he said something about aliens, and I said, don't be racist. And he goes, you mean xenophobic if you're gonna put me down.
Will's
You're
like,
getting
all
clowned,
the
Will. What's up with that?
and nothing but the truth.
Oh, that was great. I was like, William, it was a joke. Let's see. We have who else is in the house? Oh, we got Chris. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet, please. Is Yost the next CW? Find out next time.
Well, we got something to talk about later about that.
Oh my God, you are crazy, man. You're crazy.
And no, he's not the next TW, but
We
there
got
is something.
Ren the Collector. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Means
What's up?
Let's see who else. We got Albert in the house. Welcome, peasant. Guys, this guy's making a Batman, a Nightmare Batman custom right now. Just remember this conversation because it will be mine. Oh, yes.
Batman and the Pharaoh.
It will be mine. It will be mine. We got 39 in here, 20. Guys, hit that like button. Don't be peasants on my stream. Don't be peasants. Don't be trying to get entertainment out of my stream and not hit that like button. Don't be a peasant. Oh, I got time tonight.
Cooley's like he's in charge of security.
He's charged of security.
He like walks around and smacks
door.
people on the ass, tells them to get back in line.
He checks the door. C19 on the bingo card for tonight. What's C19? Oh, I got it.
Okay.
C, get it? C19, COVID 19.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We got Joe in the house. Welcome, my friend. Guys.
I'll be back in just a little bit.
All right, go ahead. Joe just got himself a Han Solo. The one Han Solo that came with Chewie, that double pack. He just got that. He got it for something like 300 Canadian dollars. Can you imagine that? Or I think maybe less. 240 maybe?
That's a pretty great price.
I know.
Sounds cheap.
Good. That's really good.
It sounds cheap. You mean you can't convert from Canadian dollars to USD in your head?
No.
Oh my God. It is
The math that I do every day, and I can't figure that out for some reason.
About 2.25.
Yeah, I would want my money back. F that. No, it's crazy. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. But I'm the meanie for saying it and feeling this way.
Yeah, they didn't say meanie. They said you're the weenie.
We got Christian in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being. Welcome. All right.
Did
guys.
you see that thing about the Batman?
I think what Batman?
Did you see the Hot Toys put up that picture of all the Batman products?
Well, so we were gonna get into that. That was the first topic.
Well, that's why I'm asking instead of just going into it because I don't know what's on the agenda yet.
Yeah. No. We're gonna start with that because that's something that I said specifically yesterday during the stream, and we were talking about when FD and I were talking about the Batman. I said this celebration is strictly Batman. That's why Hot Toys came out the next day. And what did they show you? Literally every single Batman that they've made up to date, all together with their vehicles. You didn't see a Batgirl there. You didn't see a villain there. It was
No Robin.
Like I said, no Robin. Correct. So whatever's coming is strictly Batman. And like I said, it has to be with Batman only. It can't be a villain. I mean, they can do whatever the hell they want. But if you're celebrating Batman, we're getting Batman. We're not getting anything else but Batman. Or
Hey,
Batgirl.
what's a trip joker is like I heard that when Yost does YouTube streams, that he shows up with an agenda. You know, he's one of those pros. You know,
All right, so
He's a
here
pro.
it is.
he just stares. Fab, I'm gonna give you shit all night long, bro. I've been taking it from you for a while, so you're gonna get some tonight. Just a heads up, brother.
All right, here, guys.
This is what I love is our low production value.
All right, so here it is, guys. Let's play the video. Obviously, you guys have seen it already, but we're gonna play it again real quick just so we could get into what it all means.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yep.
So
A couple of those were photoshopped in, actually.
all of them. They were all photoshopped in.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, that was not like, you know, people that was not the actual figures. That was all the promo pictures all put together.
Oh, got it.
And so we're gonna get into the image because it's very important. Like I said, we don't know what this means. We don't know what is coming. But I can tell you it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be hopefully new. Hopefully it's not just all repaints, right? Here it is.
Well, there's things in there we haven't seen yet.
Like what?
That 66 Batmobile.
Right.
Yeah, that one.
That ain't a repaint. That's a brand new product.
So
Yeah,
okay,
and then
so let's go with that.
The new not the new, but the '89 Batmobile too. I guess that was teased in the promos for the new '89 Batman, right?
It's out.
Oh, it's out.
Yeah, the 89 released this year. Yep.
Oh, got it. Okay.
A few months ago, actually.
Well, I just said this year because I'm not sure exactly, and I don't want to,
Yeah. No, it was like a couple months ago.
Yep.
Brandon, where have you been? Do you collect or?
Bro, the last 2 months have been pretty hard. That's why I haven't been here. But yeah, the last 2 months have been a little rough, so I'm a little bit out of the mix.
Tell us about the what do you call it, the 66 jet? What do you think this is about? Why do you think all of a sudden they're throwing this out there again? Again, we understand it's a Batman celebration, so it would make sense. A lot of people have forgotten that the 66 is coming. I still believe that it's coming eventually for whatever reason. I still think they're going to make it. I don't think they would ever tease a vehicle like that would make them that much money to never go into production. I think it will. What do you think?
Well, I don't know what to think. I mean, is this the time? Because now they have a hallmark moment to do it. Why? You wonder why some of the stuff sits on the coming soon for so long, and then they pull the trigger on it. So it's like, is that their reserve tank, where they're like, all right, we have this thing, we could take off with it. We've done some R&D, but we got other stuff in the pipeline. And then when we need a fill-in spot, we got this on the background, like that Death Star commander that's in the, the circle of computer boards or whatever, or Nightwing or something like that. So is it a case of they had every intention of making this and then for whatever reason didn't, and then now comes 85 years of Batman and they're like, okay, now let's bring it out? Or
I can see that being a thing.
Say again?
I can see that being a thing. Yeah, just sandbagging all the stuff until you get a hallmark release, like you said, a milestone release. I mean, look, we just went ahead and Mace Windu, and those figures are all just in time for anniversaries on those, so it makes sense.
And what would be, because I'm trying to think of what would be a motivation to why would they show things so early and sit on them? What would be the point? It can't be intentional. It's got to be they intended to do it and then something stopped them. And now that, because we know they've already invested money into the R&D and so on and so forth. They've made a prototype. They've shown us a prototype. They've spent money. So they have this stuff on the back burner. So maybe they had no intentions of bringing this thing out after the initial time that they showed it. It got forgotten about, and then they're like, okay, 85 years, let's bring it out now. So maybe we'll get it now just because of this anniversary rolling around, where had that not been the case, we probably still wouldn't have it. But they haven't promoted anything. Is this the first actual promo of it? They haven't pushed this in any way. We haven't seen a 66 push for Batman or the Batmobile. We've seen the Keaton, we've seen the two, the Batgirl and the Batman Beyond figure, and everybody's speculating on Catwoman because of the Michael Keaton, the head on the diorama. but nobody's thinking
yeah.
anything having to do with 66.
Right.
Yeah, 66, the 66 Batman and Robin that came out, what, half a year or so ago, that was a third-party release, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, Saturn Toys. Let me say hello to Chris real quick. Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for doing. So we have in the house Action in the Box. Welcome, my friend. Happy Saturday.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Brings up a good point, guys. He says, I don't know if you guys saw the comment, but he says, where did it go? Here you go. So anybody find it weird? 66 Batmobile is there, but not the 22 and the BVS when they made prototypes of them too. I didn't even think of that. So that's a great point. Hold on one second. Let me put this up. So
what does that make you think?
So now again, something I didn't even cross my mind because I didn't really pay attention to the picture much. But what can we get out of that? Can we get out of, the fact that the 22 Batmobile is not there? Does that mean it's not coming? We could take it as that. Does that mean, maybe it didn't fit in the picture, right? Maybe that's why they didn't put it there. It's a newer type of vehicle, right? They put Batman with his bat cycle there, right? But maybe the vehicle wasn't something that they wanted to bother with in the picture. Again, it could have been just for the aesthetics of the picture. It didn't fit, right? Maybe it didn't look nice there. I can tell you that if they wanted to put that vehicle in there, you better believe they would have put it in there.
Yeah, they would have fit it in for sure.
So I don't know what to think of that. I haven't thought about that.
What about the second movie, like you said the other day? What if, because we're already so far removed from the first movie, and for whatever reason, maybe they couldn't find a factory that makes the fenders properly, and that's what held them up. And then the time when the window kind of moved on, and they said, okay, let's can it for a little while because the second movie is going to come out. We're going to have the license for that. We're probably going to have to make a few tweaks to it. It's probably going to be a very similar car with a little bit of tweaking. Maybe that's the issue.
I can tell you that the fact that they teased it already, that vehicle is coming. I've always said the same thing about the 66, even though people completely forgot about it. That vehicle I strongly believe is still coming. The 22, again, because we still got 2 movies left, it's a no-brainer. It'll come out for the second or the third movie, so they're not letting that slide. Are they really focusing on vehicles now? Do you guys see another thing that I'm noticing? Have you guys noticed that Hot Toys, after the last quarter scale, they haven't bothered with any quarter scale?
You're right about that.
You know what I mean? They've been so balls deep with 1/6. Quarter scale doesn't exist. There's nothing being teased. The Mark II, I've been waiting for that quarter scale for how many years? They've teased it twice.
Well, they put their money into Hono too.
Correct.
So it's almost like they said the sales in the quarter scale division are not there. Let's allocate that money over here, team up with a Hono, and put our money into those resources instead. Because you're right, I haven't seen anything quarter scale come out.
Right, like nothing being teased. So they noticed, and I have a feeling that this is what happened. Obviously, the last quarter scale that they came out with was that Golden Midas quarter scale that was numbered. Right, that was the last one that came out. It did well because it sold out because it was numbered, it was limited, and then after that, nothing but 1/6 scale.
That Midas came out after the Spider-Man. The Spider-Man with the vulture wing.
No, that was yeah. That was the last one. That's what I'm saying. Spider-Man came out first, and then the Golden Midas came out, and that's been the last. That's been the last quarter scale. Again, that came out last year. I didn't even bother with it because I was like, I don't need another, golden. What I'm waiting for is the Mark II. That's why I've been noticing that nothing quarter scale has been teased at all. So it shows to me that specific aspect of the conversation is they're putting a lot more resources into the 1/6 game than they are the quarter scale. It doesn't mean that they're not working on quarter scale, but clearly not as much as they've been in the past at all.
Yeah, okay. I think the quarter scale market is by and large. I mean, I don't want to say it's dead, but it's really just not there. To give you an idea, Sideshow approached us and said, "Hey, we've got all these great quarter scale Book of Boba Fett's available. We can give you some," and they don't ever do that. At Sideshow, you've got Sideshow Retail, which is where everybody buys and orders from. And you have Sideshow Wholesale, and they never cross inventories because they're kind of considered 2 different companies. they actually came to us and said, like, they wanted to give us huge discounts to buy up their quarter scale inventory. And it
Yeah.
was a big no, 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 no. So that gives you an idea. I think that quarter scale was a swing and a miss. You know, I mean, there are a couple. I mean, the ones that are out there are phenomenal. I mean, the Boba Fett's great. The problem is that nobody buys them. You know, so I don't know what to do about that. So quarter
Like
scale
how
is
many?
probably
Like, look what Sean's saying here. How many is that though for this year? Is that the only one this year?
Well, I'm looking for it right now because I completely didn't even think about that, and I don't
Is
remember
Revan know?
even that being a thing. So I'm looking for it right now, and I don't see anything quarter scale on Sideshow. Because I didn't even here it is. Okay, so yeah, so we got the quarter scale. Hold on. So here it is. So Mark 6 quarter scale. I completely forgot about this thing. I definitely don't have this on pre-order. I can tell you that. But this is how long ago has it been out? Look, it's already waitlisted. It's supposed to be out October 2024, March 2025. Okay. So besides that, when was this?
That's been for a year. No?
Exact. At least I don't remember this. I don't remember this at all. I know I didn't order it, but I don't remember this at all. So that's what I'm saying. How long has this been out? I don't even remember when this came out. I can't even tell you, oh, this came out around the time of nothing. I can't even tell you that. So they're slowing down on the quarter scales big time. I can tell you that. They notice that their money is in the 1/6. They are noticing that they could get more money out of it. They could make more out of it. Now, again, like I told you guys, this 2,000 limited piece, this 1,200 limited piece, this 1,500 limited piece runs that they're constantly doing now is the easiest money maker they'll ever have. It's the easiest way to make quick money, just like you've been seeing. Yesterday, we had 2 announcements, the black and gold Batman Beyond. We had the purple and purple and black. What was it? Batgirl, right? So they're still sitting there, right? Nobody really ran for those. I got them both immediately, just because obviously I need them both. I think Jay, you got them too. William, did you get them at all or no?
No.
Oh, you didn't get them. Brandon, did you? No.
No, you know what though? It tempted me when I saw the purple and gold Batgirl. You know, I thought to myself, I could collect, you know, Batman, Robin, and Batgirl. I could do that. So, I mean, it's definitely crossed my mind, but I don't think so.
Yeah, see,
so now, Bob, with that was prior to Jazz making theirs and selling theirs, and now the 85 rolls around. Did they consider re-releasing it, or do they also say the people that the demand was there for already got one from Jazz?
What's
like,
the
why are they showing us
85? What's the 85?
85? What do you mean?
You just said, and the 85 rolls around. What's the 85?
85 years.
85 years.
Oh, the celebration, right?
Yeah. So I'm saying, okay, if they canceled it, that makes sense. There was low demand. They shelved the idea, which is probably how some of those coming soon things end up staying on coming soon. They put their feelers out there. They read the metrics and they say there's not enough demand for it. So why are they showing it to us now? So I'm trying to think if they're saying that now that they think there's a demand for it now, what readings, what information are they getting to tell them that there's a demand for it now?
Right.
The only thing to look at is that Jazzinc put one out and it sold. But wouldn't you assume then that market was already taken up by the people that bought the Jazzinc?
No.
Like the well would be dry? Or do you just think we're Hot Toys, we're going to put it out, people will buy our product too?
Well, it's just like how with the 89 where they re-released the Hot Toys one, it's, you know, waitlisted, and Jazzinc is doing theirs. And Juice said that their numbers for the 89 was like 2,500 units sold.
And all the Hot Toys ones still sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know,
so maybe that's why
2,500 isn't, you know, that's a large number for an independent small company.
Right.
Because he said that
like
the BBS one, they sold like 100. And like these are him saying these numbers, not me just making them up, because I actually watched the interview with him. He said that these big batches like the 89 is what fund his smaller ones where it's just like, you know, passion projects, and then they need money making ones like the 89. And So now, don't you? What are you going full screen just to blink? And with Juice now saying that they're going to do the 68 or 69 Batmobile from season 3 of the original show, it would be a good time for Hot Toys to put out the 66, especially when they still have the molds and stuff like that from the prototype that they did do.
So you think we're getting it?
I do.
I do too.
I don't
By
think they
Hot
would
Toys.
just throw that in a picture and be like, the only item in this entire picture that never came out was this one vehicle, because there was nothing new in that photo besides that. Yeah, because that was the photo I sent you the screenshot of, as well as the old prototypes.
Let me pull it up.
And because with the, like the Sith one where it was like they were teasing, all kinds of shadows and other stuff that hasn't been released, new stuff coming soon. Then they showed this, the Batman Collection series by Hot Toys, and every single thing in this photo has been up for order except for the 66 Batmobile. Yep. And if they were doing that and being like, look, it's our collection by Hot Toys, and they don't put it up, then I would be
weird.
shocked.
That would be that right. That wouldn't make sense, correct?
Right.
Thank you. So this is
with the Dark Side one, them showing figures that they have released and ones that they haven't together. Yeah, we speculate like, okay, they're going to do a 2.0 of Dooku because it would make sense to do it for another movie. Have the hands, little burn nubs of getting your hands chopped off, things that you can do different. But like this, literally nothing in that picture is new, except for that Batmobile. And
right. So again, like I've told you guys, from the moment it was shown, the moment it was teased, and just because it disappeared, same thing with the Vulture. Just because we haven't seen the Vulture doesn't mean it's not coming, right? It's just
and the fact that there is no 22 here and something else, that the fact that he just said that leads me to believe that yes, this thing is definitely coming, because why wouldn't they? If we're not getting anything, they would show us everything, right?
Right.
I mean,
it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for them to add this if it wasn't coming. You know what I mean?
Right. Because
especially now.
Yeah, because if we weren't going to get it, they would also have the 22 up there or whatever that's not coming. You know what I'm saying?
And again, I'm looking at it as in the picture aspect, right? Like, is how good would it look with that vehicle being there? Even though again they teased it, they made a prototype of it. Why wouldn't they add it if it's something that's part of their portfolio, right? They own that piece, they have that piece already made. So why wouldn't they just, hey, let's add it to the Batman pictures because it's part of our product, right?
Actually, wait a minute. Now that you say that, is the light in there too in the back?
What, the bat light?
Didn't they made the bat cycle and they made the light
to the very back, it looks like.
Well,
okay.
Well, that's
from the black. That's from the Bale that everyone hates.
Right. This is the blue and gray bat signal thing that came with it.
Yeah, they don't have the Dark Knight bat signal. They don't have the 22.
They don't need
bat
to though.
signal.
They don't need to.
Right. It's just like, it's not saying this is everything we've ever made.
Correct.
But everything that's in this picture has been made except for the one vehicle.
Correct. Fat Gadget, welcome.
Have not seen this person in a long time.
I don't think the 66 is coming. This is just an artistic license, in my honest opinion. Well, I mean, I will always say it's coming. It's a no-brainer vehicle for them to make. The fact that they made the figures, Batman and Robin, from that movie, right, or the show, whatever you want to call it, right? Obviously, they called it the movie. Again, this was teased years ago. So I have a feeling, again, I could be wrong, but there's no way that they're not making this vehicle, especially because they made the figure. Same thing with the 22. They wouldn't tease a vehicle if they weren't going to make it. Yeah, they could scrap it for years, like they've done plenty of things, and they've gone back to a bunch of things over the years. So I don't think it's going to be a vehicle that it's not coming by any means. But again, obviously you're going to think what you think, and there's nothing wrong with it, We got TK592. Welcome. He said, "Shake me like you're Shake me like you're. Oh man, we got Anthony in the house. Welcome, my. Thank you for being here, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. There's 47 of you peasants in here. Thank you guys for being here. Also, guys, so I'm gonna leave it up to you guys because I want to get into a topic that William sent me, and I don't know. I guess it's somewhat of speculation. We got some in our drama, guys, so stay tuned for that because it's gonna get disrespectful. And also we have some shots of things that, and maybe you could explain. So we got the photo shoot of what, William?
This is from Hot Toys' Batman display back at San Diego Comic-Con back in the day. This is when they showed the 66 Batmobile as well as the Batboat. And they had this whole setup, and this was all auctioned off with Heritage for the prototypes and stuff. But it's just showing, that they've built the prototype. They have the molds. There's not very much to these vehicles. It's not even like having to build sliding apparatus and stuff like for the 89 for the cockpit and whatnot.
Correct.
It just has car doors.
Correct.
It's a lot easier to just machine this. It's got straight lines. It's not all crazy like regular wheels.
And that's another reason why it's an easy vehicle for them to make, exactly because of what you said.
And yeah, they're not going to have the little add-ons that Juice did where it makes real smoke come out the back of it and stuff.
Because
like
nobody needs that for an extra $5,000.
I'm just saying it's like, maybe it'll light up probably because of the afterburner.
Of course.
Headlights will light up, but those are LEDs all wired to
that red light siren on top.
Yeah. But they built all this, it'd be very easy.
I think they'll add sound. I think they'll add sound to this vehicle. I have a feeling. I don't know why, but I think they'll add sound.
I'm getting it if they make it.
How would you feel, Jay? Start with you. How would you feel if they added sound to a 66?
I'd love it.
Right?
I've got a little TV that plays Batman episodes. I've got all the Batman DVDs.
I have that too.
You got that little TV?
I
don't know if people would, because obviously, they've been doing it with they did it with the R2s, right? They did it with a couple R2s.
Yep.
They've done it for a couple of figures, right? So I've never really asked anybody. I've never really brought up this topic. But how do you guys feel about adding sound to figures? I know that to me, they make them feel more toyish, right? They make them look, to me, a little bit cheaper in the sense of like, growing up, you knew that the cheaper toys were the ones that had that, that voice box that, that wasn't great.
That's so the gimmick. Yeah.
Well, so exactly. So now they're adding this to, $250, $300 figures. How do you feel about that? Do you think it cheapens the figure? Or do you think actually it makes it that much better because you have a more realistic type figure with the voice box?
I think with R2 adding the sound makes sense.
Right. That's where I was going to go with that.
But like the New Hope Vader, especially how they did that, that was not a very good design choice. And having the batteries underneath the entire suit and armor and everything else. And that's where the switch is to turn it on. And it automatically turns off after like 20 seconds if you don't do it. So then you have to disassemble his entire clothes to do it again. But anywho, and then when the batteries start to die and you do it, then you don't get James Earl Jones. You get James Earl Merle. And in theory,
wait. Don't be xenophobic. Go ahead.
But so in that regard, it's having like the 4 or 5 catchphrases. It seems more like Woody from Toy Story. You pull the string, you get like a little phrase. It's not. I don't think that adds anything to the toy. But R2 beeping and booping. It's a fun little gimmick that doesn't make it worse.
Right. So it's a must. It's a must for that figure. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it's just the droid doing some stuff, but it's not, hearing Han Solo just repeat, "I got a bad feeling about this" on repeat. You know,
That
it's
is
like
that is true. That is very true. That is a good point.
Yeah.
I think what was the other figure that came out? RoboCop. RoboCop did it too.
oh
Yeah, I think RoboCop came with sound as well.
You know what
and
I like? The
Go ahead.
like the Fonzie jukebox that Infinite made, or Caustic.
Caustic Plastic,
That thing's Bluetooth, so you can hook your Bluetooth up to it and you can play whatever you want through it. So if
That's
they have
sick.
capabilities like that they could put into a figure, so you could download the phrases straight from the movie into it, so it was always something different, and you could work it remotely from your phone.
Well,
That
that'll
would be cool.
be a Robozen style, figure. You know what I mean? That's like a transformer that you tell what to do through the app. That
well,
would
that's
be that
what
type of technology.
the droids that were put out by Sphero do that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have an
they
R2
sure do. It's pretty
that,
neat.
and it's almost 1/6 scale size, but you can program it to do stuff where he freaks out, he'll spin around, he'll make that sound like he just got electrocuted, and go and fall over with sound effects and stuff, and you actually program his movements, and he runs around the room and does shit, and he's a lot more interactive than the BB-8 was. BB-8 would just roll around, and you could put him in patrol mode and he would just kind of like roll around the house. But the R2 was way more in depth, and you can buy them right now pretty cheap on eBay for like $20 because you just use your phone with a free app for doing the messing around with it.
Doesn't that seem like the next step of evolution for these types of things, right?
It's
aside from the seamless bodies and like some of the rooting hair, like next is going to be getting them to talk.
It's possible.
I like that Bluetooth idea. I can tell you that.
I don't like these little ports for all the USB plugs that hang on the back of I don't like things that interfere with the look of the figure. If you have to put a voice box or something in the chest and now the chest loses articulation, I'm not a fan. That's why William 100%. And Brandon are correct. The R2 works for that. But if if you're going to do that, I don't want it. The USB, as much as I like it, as opposed to the batteries, they're still not there yet. I don't like that little box with the little tiny plugs on the back. It's cumbersome. It's a pain in the ass. We're not quite there yet. We're in a transitional phase.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like too. I mean, the droids all make sense for the sounds. The Batmobile, 66 Batmobile with that sound that it played when they fired it up, I could see that being a thing. Or maybe, didn't they have a siren that they used in like one or two episodes too that made sound? Like that's all cool stuff. But you're absolutely right. If you're gonna start taking away articulation, if it's gonna be inconvenient to have to get to the batteries to replace them and stuff, like they don't belong in the figure. You got the droids. All the droids would be good for sound, C-3PO, R2-D2, but they do have to make it better. They've got to step it up. And I mean, it seems like a simple thing to me. I'm not an engineer, but it seems like a simple thing to me that they could go ahead and use. If you went with like a lithium-ion battery that they installed in the figure that you couldn't remove or mess with, and then use an induction plate in the stand in order to charge it. I mean, job's done. Job's done at that point, but.
And then give us a few less of these dumb diorama pieces that I never use anyway, and keep the price reasonable, because now we're already into the 400s for everything. And everything comes with this giant diorama, and it's like, what the hell am I going to do with this stupid thing?
Dude, I was looking at, I was tweaking some inventory for the website this week, and I was going back and looking up old Hot Toys Star Wars figures to get the specifications and stuff on them, and I'm blown away at how figures were like $165, and I'm going, well, I can't even get into the game for less than $300 now.
Oh yeah.
Jay, you said we're in a what type of phase?
Transition.
Does that scare you? Don't be transphobic. Cassandra, welcome. Hello. Thank you for being here. Let's see who else is in here. Let me say hello to you guys. You guys are on fire. It says when you show people a vehicle and they find out how much it costs, they usually say, what can it do for the price? So sound effects, lights, and smoke all sell a vehicle. To do nothing is a letdown. I mean, it depends, right? It depends on what it is that you're looking for. For example, I bought my tumblers by Hot Toys, obviously for what it is, right? It's a Batman vehicle. It's a huge vehicle. It's a sexy looking vehicle. It's a humongous vehicle, right? Obviously, you expect it to at least light up. I don't expect any sounds from a vehicle. Yes, if they're added or cool, that's a cool feature, right? That's a cool accessory, whatever they decide to add to it. But I at least expect it to light up, period. I don't care for sounds. I don't care for engine sounds. I don't care for horns. I don't care for, for it to talk to me, right? Unless it's what? Kit, right? Kit would be the only vehicle that you would expect it to, at least I would expect it to talk, right? Period. That's it. Just Kit. Besides that, I order my vehicles because of the size, because of obviously Batman belongs in it. So of course I'm going to want to put the Batman in there. Obviously, if it was an option, if the Batman fits, if not, guess what? I still buy the vehicle because of what it represents, what it is, what it looks like. But I can tell you personally, I have never said, oh my God, look at that vehicle. It lights up. I need it. Never. Oh my God, look at that vehicle. It makes sounds. I need it. Never. It's not something I personally need, but I'm not saying that you're wrong because people do like those things. And that's why I asked the question about if you guys like the speakers and the figures, because I don't care for that stuff. If it came with it, cool. I don't use it. I think I used it the first time to see if it worked, and that was it. It's not something that, again, I care for personally, but people do. And I'm going to go around. I'm going to go with you first, Jay. How do you feel about that?
I'm sweating.
Fabs has no idea because he wasn't even looking at the screen.
No clue.
I can't see anything with the message of what happened.
That was the point.
That was the point.
We were doing things just over the edge.
Oh, I didn't say. My bad. I was busy. I was busy with my thought. So Jay, go ahead.
What was the question?
Oh my God. All right. William, your turn.
What?
You too? All right, next topic.
You're mad at me for this.
All right, so let's see. We got CSI Grissom. Welcome. Nice to see you. They should have copied the open armor Iron Man Mark 7 with the power through the foot. Is that how that's powering up? Does anybody know? Is it like a magnetic light up function? Because I thought it was USB powered.
I'm pretty sure it was USB powered. I think people would have made a stink about it if it was
right. If it was a magnetic light up, everybody would have lost their mind. So I don't think that is true CSI. I apologize. Again, I think everybody would have heard it. I think everybody would have known that that's how that was working. But as of right now, Hot Toys hasn't made any magnetic light up plates, anything, for any figure, for nothing.
Yeah, they haven't even made good USB yet, really. Like Vader has a separate USB for his stand and for his body.
Yes.
You have to have two cables going into something out of him. So I was expecting it just to, like, you daisy chain them and then you only have one cable going somewhere. But I got a whole ass USB hub hidden behind him, behind his cape, because I have his I have a LED lightsaber for him and stuff too. So
ooh.
We got Barry in the house.
You meant Knight Rider. I thought you meant 1/6 kid. I was like, what are you talking about?
Only you would think I'm talking about a person when we're talking about vehicles.
I thought you were talking about a retailer for the vehicle. My bad.
Welcome, Barry. Don't listen to these peasants, okay? So also, we got a next image, guys. Guys, there's 55 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Don't be a peasant. So here is a 66, another one of one custom that they did. I don't know what they would what this is from, if it's from something specific. If any of you guys know, let me know.
Get out of here with that. It's ridiculous.
From your closet.
William, where would this be from? Anything specific? Any comic book? Anything?
San Francisco.
It looks like they were
San Diego.
It looks like it was almost an homage to the Batman of Zin-Ra, which is like this obscure story where Batman's wearing these crazy colors and he's like thinks he's an alien or some shit. But that was a more modern. Well, that was like in the 60s, and then they brought it back later on, but it wasn't ever with Adam West. So they just did this for San Diego Comic-Con back in the day.
This is one of the imposter Joker type of amalgamations.
Oh, just wait.
What?
Why? Is there one in this photo?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Michael,
Sorry,
welcome.
Michael.
What's up?
Michael,
Go
shut
to
up
Joker.
already. Okay.
Go to Joker.
Wait, relax. So now, Michael.
He says,
So this was up.
We need to go to Joker.
Actually, no, hold on. So I remember, Michael, when this was up, you tried going for one of these, did you not? We're gonna go over everything because I knew nothing about Heritage at all. So he was explaining to me with the whole thing, how it worked. So I knew he was trying. I obviously it was after the fact that he was trying to go for these, but again, I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. So which one? Do you remember which one you tried to go for?
There was like a pink one with rhinestones.
there was a Hello Kitty version.
Wait, so all right, so
he was going for Bob, right?
You know what? I'll be honest. I measured for this. If I could put this, I would have bought.
I measured for this. Imagine.
Because it did. I think it sold not too far above its starting bid price. I think it sold for probably with the VIG probably $6,000.
And it is a one of one.
Right.
It's one of one. Right? Like it shows it in the listing. I think it sold for, I want to say $6,000.
How much would you have paid for this, Mike?
In my mind, I said to myself $7,000.
But you offered something like $2,000. I remember.
No, the starting price was $5,000. It was going in. The minimum bid was $5,000.
I thought you were. I know you told me one. You were like, oh, I think I made a bid. Here's Bob. So,
because you break it down by price, right? Bob, let's say Bob's $500. That copter is $2,000. That Batmobile is $1,000. There's 3. And then that Batman, let's say that Batman and Joker is another $500. So that's $4,000. And then you're paying $1,000 for that whole setup. So I mean,
and then tax and shipping.
Right.
Imagine, my God,
$1,500. Then you know what I mean.
Where would you put this in a module case?
Well, I measure. I got a bar.
That would fit perfectly right there in front of my TV.
I have a bar, I have a full-on bar, right? And I was gonna put it on top of the bar. I thought to myself,
top of the
put
bar.
it on the bar, and it'll be there. And it's just too big.
I tried to put something like that on top of the bar. My wife would stab me.
Doesn't Module Case have the holy effing shit size?
Well, they can custom make one probably around that thing. You know what I mean? That's probably what that would be.
Jay, I'm gonna go to you with this. How much, if anything, obviously, would you ever, remember one of one? How much would you pay for this, if anything? And if you wouldn't go for this, why?
Why?
Yeah.
Why not?
How kind of what doing to me?
Just don't, before you say anything, don't be racist, but just,
being the huge Batman 66 fan I am.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Type, but it's not from a Batman show or anything. It's some BS that William was telling us about. But because it is a one of one, yeah, I would want it. But the problem is, now I've got a one of one thing that I would never ever show to anybody because I would be freaking embarrassed to have it. So what good is it really? You know what I mean?
But so what you're saying is that you collect for other people, because I have my Rodman in a wedding dress for myself.
That ain't quite.
Mike hates it that I have that. And guess what? I have it.
Dude, this thing looks stupid on so many levels. It ain't just the fact that it's queer as shit. It's stupid.
Wait, I told you. I said don't be racist.
Cote, you explained to them that this is from a comic book, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not the show. I grew up on the show. I didn't read. There was no Adam West comic book that I read.
God.
So
they're definitely taking it, I think, differently than we take it. Because I see it for the comic book, and they're taking it for the rainbow people.
Yeah.
Dude, gay people are embarrassed by this. They don't even accept this. They're like, this isn't one of ours.
So you guys, only because of the colors, you guys would be like, nah, even though it's a one of one.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Why not put
Brandon, no, sorry. So Brandon, your turn, Brandon. So tell us why you would buy 3 of these.
No. No, I you know what, man? Like, I get that it's from a comic book, but you better be a fan of that comic book, man. That's all I gotta say. Like, you picked like the most obscure. Like for a second, I thought it was a tribute to the movie, because when they had that movie, that scene where Batman goes running carrying the bomb like all over the pier trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And so that's where I thought we were going with this, but yeah, man, get out of here! Like what?
I thought it was like
Technicolor, all the same accessories that the regular 66 comes with.
I wouldn't even give someone $1.
Yeah, like honestly, I wouldn't even buy that for parts. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what more disparaging comment I can make about this ridiculous piece of kit.
You see that, Mike?
12,500 was the
Axis
price
went
for
for
the Axis
12.5.
chemicals. What?
No.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Hold on.
Albert says, I thought this was a family channel. Unbelievable.
Where's that?
Says it's an insult to the late great actor Adam West. Absolutely.
Well, this came out before he died, so.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And it didn't kill him, so.
Fab is
Are you
trying
sure?
to somehow justify having this. I would never. But so, guys, now, how much? Let's go to you, William. How much would you pay for Bob? Is Bob a character that you feel like you need as a Batman fan, or is something that like like if Hot Toys never makes it, which it looks like they never will, are you okay with, or would you?
Wait, it's sold for $62.50.
Well, okay.
What's the access?
Where's Harold? Where's Harold? Go ahead, William.
Where is he seeing? What did he say? 12 grand?
He said 12.5. I don't know where he's looking. Maybe he's looking like Canadian dollars or something.
No. Okay, he's looking at this thing sold twice. So it came out in 23. Someone paid up the nose for it. That was the price. I think it was over 10 grand. In the auction that just happened like a month ago, 2 months ago, it sold for $62.50.
Oh.
Just the chat.
500.
Just to the chat and everybody watching right now, if the stream suddenly goes down, it's because Fab opened another tab on his browser, and that was all his machine could handle before it crashed. So
here it is from Michael. Michael just sent me this. So sold on August 4th, 2023 for 12,500.
All right, I gotta send you the effing link to show you the reality of what happened.
The reality of reality.
July 26, 2024. It just sold again.
All right, so there you go. So why would they sell it twice? I don't understand.
Why would the Google sell it for half?
I don't have space for this in my house, so now I have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
no kidding.
Can you imagine? That's
his wife found the invoice is what happened.
All right, so William, go ahead. How much would you pay for this?
One Bob would be an easy 500, no problem.
Just as is, right here. This is all you get.
Is right there. Hopefully, he has a gun inside his jacket, so when he says Bob gun, he can hand a gun to the Joker. But
that's low, Will.
What's that?
Because he's one of one in the Batman like fans out there. You could get $1,000 for that guy.
But you got to understand, Jay. You're talking to William. You're talking to William. William is used to buying figures at 120. Okay, so for him, 500 is like I'm bowling today. You know, I think that's what it is. Because 500 for a 1 of 1 of Bob, man.
Yeah, you can get way more than that, I think.
Well, when I get my custom figure that we're doing the live unboxing, that one was more than $120.
Obviously, you don't get everything at 120, peasant. Unbelievable.
So, yeah, Bob, I was just saying 500. If somebody said, I want 500 for this, I would buy it. You know, obviously, if Hot Toys is putting out the, full run of them, it's like a $250 figure in the current market. But that head sculpt's actually pretty good for being done in 2000. This one was 2016, I think it was, for the Batman week.
I thought it looked pretty decent too.
It was like the 66 stuff was from 2012 San Diego Comic-Con, and then it was shown again for the 2016 Batman week, which is why it was brought up in the articles and stuff I was looking at, which is why I sent you these pictures.
Can we zoom?
Huh?
Can we zoom, Fabs? Can you? I know that's a problem.
Not on here.
Okay.
It would have to be on like a Google, but not the way he sent it.
Gotcha.
The next figure, guys. So this is the real imposter Joker. This was the OG.
This is what Hot Toys did in 2016 for their display.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I have a feeling, guys, that I am 100% confident to say Viper was overseeing this project.
I want the paint cans.
So, yo, this is bootleg as hell. It looks like I did it. So, Michael, how much?
I think that's the point, though. He's literally holding the paintbrush, being like, "Look, I just fucking."
Right.
Hey, good job, Will.
That's $20. That's $20.
I didn't finish the word.
So, Michael,
put his 20 in the swear jar.
How appealing is this to you? How interesting is this? How much? Obviously, it's super old now, but how much would you pay for this 101 when it came out?
Nothing. I'm not into this one at all. No.
Oh, you don't like the Joker at all?
No, I just don't like. This looks like shit.
Don't be racist on the stream, okay? Brandon, how appealing is this to you? How much would you pay for this, if anything?
You know, if I was a collector, I might consider it. You know, if I was into wrong emphasis, but yeah, no. If I was a Batman collector, I would definitely be interested. I don't know that I would pay a ton for it. I might go, $4.25. Maybe 400 even. But what's really sticking out to me though is that his neck looks out of scale. It looks like his neck is too tall, and that's really bugging
like
me.
Fabs did it.
Yeah, it looks like Fabs did it.
That's what I just said. It looks like I did it.
Literally,
No,
the
this is
DX11.
This is literally my custom. Like
The
from head to
DX11
toe.
head on a DX12 body, and it was the Batman neck and the Joker neck were two completely different things.
Right,
So
right.
It was just for their display, being like, look, it's something different.
Right. And this is why they look like that, Michael, because they weren't meant to go together. So they look funky. That's why when I put them together, it looks like that. It's not like
And I mean,
it's not like I can't make my own.
I'm a huge
these
Heath
were
Ledger
professional
Joker fan.
customizers who were doing these.
But
These
it's
were
also comparing the DX11 to the Artisan Jokers, comparing this to the Artisan Imposter. So it's just,
Brent, did you get the Imposter?
No. Okay. No, sure didn't.
So here is.
I loved Heath Ledger as a Joker, but I just if I start breaking my rule, man, I'll start collecting everything, and I can't do that.
So we got this biker Batman. This thing is beautiful. It's like a combination of like a Terminator. He's got the Terminator glasses. He's got a bandana. He's got a leather jacket, jeans. He got spikes on his shins. This is actually really cool. I actually really like this a lot. Look at all the spikes everywhere on his.
Dude, what are
wrist
you doing? How do we kick Fab off the stream? Can we vote or something?
I'm telling you, I love this. This is different to me. If you don't like it, get the hell out of my house.
Hey, out of all of the
It's
custom one of ones that you've seen on here of the Rainbow Batman and the Crazy Joker, you're saying you don't like this one the best?
You can file this with that retarded one. These all look terrible.
Oh my god!
Man.
Suck.
You have lost your taste, Jack. You have
Solo
lost. Michael, how much? How is this appealing to you? Yes or no? And how much would you pay for this?
400.
400, right?
Wow.
That's not bad. Well, how about you, William?
Yeah, 400 seems like a good price.
Brandon, he don't like it. Jay,
Bro,
you don't like it.
I'm out here laughing at people who spend 400.
They did bend the ear on the 80 or the 92.
If Hot
There's some
Toys,
work that went into that.
say it again.
Give me one scenario where Batman would be like, my suit isn't enough. I need to put on jeans and a jacket and a bandana on top of it.
It's some shitty spike boots.
Do you read any comics, Joker?
Now you're taking it
ever?
too far. Now you're taking it too far because now you're taking, now you're like, oh, Batman can only look this way. Obviously, this is just artistic, takes on Batman.
No take.
He's like,
Elseworlds.
No takes.
Oh my
That's
God.
what I'm tired of. That's the same thing with Star Wars. There's no takes. There is a thing, and do the thing, and just keep doing the thing until it's dead. Stop.
You know what it feels like? Honestly, you know what it feels like, Fab? It feels like, and maybe it's just me because I'm going through this right now, but it feels like somebody at Hot Toys is going, hey guys, I just found a box of Terminator jackets from 12 years ago. What can we do with these?
Yes.
Oh, we got all those spare Batman bodies over here. Let's here. Does anybody have jeans? You know,
Yeah,
like it's
That's a great idea,
ridiculous
though.
to me.
It's a great kit bash, though. It's great. You know.
No, it's not. It's terrible, Fabs. I'm sorry.
We got Paul.
Like, bro,
Right.
if he's
Yeah,
gonna wear a bandana like that, why isn't it
about
pulled
how
down lower?
Hold on, guys.
You know
the
what I mean?
context of how all these got created. Like these are all like artistic
Thank
people
you.
in Japan that were making these, and they're
Yeah.
like well known in Japan. You know what I mean? They have some kind of following, so they each kind of like brought their own whatever spin to their
Their
to
own
a Batman figure. Or
their
whatever.
own
You know what
take
this is?
This
is
isn't
a
Hot Toys.
contest. This is a contest among all those people to say who can come up with the shittiest figure and sell it for the most money.
Well, quirky, right? Who can come up with the most quirky Batman? I agree. That's what happened. Yeah.
That's
I'm
called
going with
art.
shitty, but yeah.
Hey, wait. Fobs, can you put up a poll? Do you know how to do that? We haven't
I
done
know
that.
how to do it. I know how to do it, but I have to do it through Facebook, and I'm never on Facebook on here. So if somebody knows how to do it, please, by all means.
'Cause I was
I
gonna
know
say,
I can't.
I'd
I
love
have to
to
like
see-
log on to my. Actually, let me try. Let me see if
I'd
I
love
can.
to let
do
the
it.
chat vote on which one of these three things is the worst.
Did you show my pink one?
No, he didn't send me that one.
I sent it to you.
Oh, hold on.
And
Yeah.
I sent you the real price of the stupid thing. I missed the auction. I was definitely gonna buy this for my daughter, and then I just missed it.
Is it an actual Hello Kitty or Barbie version?
Basically,
Yeah.
I would have bought this. I would have paid $1,000 for this thing.
There's a built-in market for that. I can understand that. But when you just slap why wouldn't Batman take off the cowl to put the headband on? That's
To me, this is like porcelain.
You got to represent your colors, Joker. Blood in, blood out.
so it's like the Crips versus Bloods version of Batman. What the?
Patos Locos forever.
Meanwhile, he's in like 80s.
Will, do me a favor, Will. Don't ever say that again, please. Thank you.
Hey, I'm
All right,
married to a Mexican. I got it through osmosis.
Yeah, no, you didn't. You may have tried, but it didn't work.
All right, so here it is. $62.50 is the selling price of this one.
July
So-
of 24.
Lost $6,000 on that.
Yep.
Whoa.
Dude, that must sting, man.
I don't know. If you got $12,000 to throw at this thing, is $6,000 a big deal?
Probably not.
That's a good point.
And was it a different auction house that did it the second time?
Same.
So maybe it was a non-payer the first time.
Okay.
How many years apart? One?
A year.
Less than one.
Less than one?
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
It was like 10 or 11 months in between.
It's a possibility. Maybe they tried to sell it off-site after it didn't get a taker,
Yeah.
and then they posted it back up at 6.
Man, what's going on with my Wi-Fi? My Wi-Fi's bugging out.
We told you
Oh,
about this dial-up before, man.
I told you, you got too many tabs open.
You got to shut the
God.
poll.
He could leave that stuff open.
Uh-oh.
You just have to close some of the other tabs.
Oh, he's frozen.
Oh no.
He's gone.
What happens? What happens now? Run amok quickly.
He moved. I think he's alive.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, did he fall asleep? He looks like he's asleep, huh?
He's not really there. He's glitching.
Joker, reach up and slap him a little bit.
Yeah,
think-
shake.
Yeah, there you go.
Non-responsive.
My whole Wi-Fi just like crapped out. It just like reset itself. Sorry.
We got 32-bit fobs.
32-bit fab. Oh yeah.
How
no,
much
look,
was it?
He's getting hung up over there.
Look at this. Look. This is the one, Mike?
Oh man.
That took some work.
It looks like chewed bubblegum.
It does.
That got run over.
Look at all those rhinestones.
Dude, that doesn't even look like Adam West's face. Like, come on, gosh.
That's not Adam West.
That's not Adam West.
That's Michael Keaton.
This is Michael Keaton.
Oh man,
Duh.
if they would do that to Michael Keaton is even worse.
That thing is fabulous.
Oh, it is.
Then they had a white and blue one of the Prestige Batman that looked pretty neat. But
and that thing sold for $600. Like I would have bought that all day.
And this is a 6 scale fig.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I can't get like. What is it? Oh, it's because the clashing of the pink against the sparkle. As you said, like it looks like the head isn't even on straight. It looks like it's off to the side just a little bit. It's kind of weird.
Did you just say the colors were clashing?
Yeah, no. It's the clash from the flat pink to the sparkly pink.
Are you sure you don't want Rainbow Batman? The colors are clashing.
This guy.
You know, there's people that see splatter on a wall and call it art, and I think those people are retarded.
Yeah,
So-
no, you know what that's all about, man? Why Jackson Pollock started doing art like that? It's to launder money for politicians.
Does anybody have real like Will? You screw around with these things. I see you painting chrysanthemum and whatnot. Like you have artistic ability, correct? No, but
Have
you
you
try.
seen Cocaine Wookie? You think I
have you seen that thing? I mean, guys, have you seen Cocaine Wookie? I mean,
Okay, Wookie.
I'm just looking for somebody else to say it because I don't want to talk.
Every now and again, I'll poop out a figure that actually looks decent, like my Mandalore the Ultimate. I'm pretty proud of that one.
Is Cocaine Wookie for sale yet? Because I am legitimately a buyer.
Fine, buy it. What do you? Yes, it's for
Really?
sale. Yes,
$100.
do it.
$100.
We just made a love connection.
Yep.
I'm
So
dead serious
disrespectful.
too. I'm gonna buy that.
Cool. If you get Mike to buy your Cocaine Wookie, then you can finally buy that Jamie Lannister.
You said it was down to 75. We have proof. You said it on this recorded stream.
Go easy, go easy.
75.
It's what he said.
Wow.
No.
The price
Also,
is
guys,
playing around.
so our next topic is it's a very sensitive topic. It's a very delicate topic. So
Wait,
as
we're
always-
moving on from Glitter Batman? Why?
Absolutely, because you're not buying it anyway. So here we go, guys. Let's get started.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
So you've been warned. It's gonna get funky. So here we have, guys.
Oh, here we go.
The new. Okay, so
Oh, is that in art?
first, no.
Oh.
First and foremost, okay, people out there, okay, the true collectors out in the community, the ones that know it all, are already saying that this figure will look exactly like the prototype. Okay, not everybody, a lot of people are already spreading a lot of misinformation on this product, saying that this is the final product, saying that this is what this is going to look like, saying that this is what everybody's getting. Again, this type of misinformation creates an expectation of a product that is clearly nowhere to what they're expecting. Hot Toys is the number one example of how a prototype head sculpt turns out in the final production, right? We lose a lot of anything, whether it's detail, whether it's hair, whether it's whatever it is, we lose plenty of it. So for them to think, okay, that a company is going to come out of nowhere making figures that are going to look better than Hot Toys as a final product, you are retarded. Okay? You are literally brain damaged. You have no idea what you're talking about. Because if the king of 1/6 loses plenty from a prototype to a final product, what makes you think that a company that is sending out their stuff to be made by other people will keep that, okay? Will keep that detail exactly the same? Who's going to mass produce this prototype? What makes you guys think that this is going to look again, I don't wish that it doesn't on anybody. I hope it does. I hope this is the greatest figure in the world for anybody ordering it. This is not me wishing bad up on the figure. This is not me wishing bad luck on you guys, whoever's buying it. It has nothing to do with that. Be realistic. Be realistic. Remember that he doesn't make anything. Somebody's making the prototype. Somebody's making the outfit. And again, somebody else is going to mass produce these things. So you can't expect what you're seeing from the prototype to be the final product. So you guys need to wake up a little bit. You guys need to stop thinking that just because you're balls deep with this company, that their product's magically going to be the best thing in the world. Okay? It is not. I'm telling you right now, it is not. There are a lot of things already off with the prototype, and we're going to get into it. So I'm going to go with you, Michael, which is, I want to know how. I don't know if you've been first and foremost, have you been following this project? Yes or no?
First of all, I'm gonna make a bet. If it comes out and it looks just like the prototype, I'm gonna you gotta I don't know, eat a head sculpt on screen or something like that.
Actually, he's got to eat it off screen, and then he's got to pass it on screen.
So if it doesn't look like the prototype, what are you eating?
Then I will gnaw on something on screen.
All right.
So you want to go there? To eat a head sculpt, to try to eat a 1/6 head sculpt. I have a ton, so
I'll eat the Wonder Woman wool head sculpt, and you'll eat an Iron Man die cast.
Can you imagine watching this guy trying to eat a head sculpt on screen? He starts choking.
You eat the what do you call it? The chrome. The chrome.
The
chrome head sculpt. All right, so William.
Hold on. I hate to interrupt, but because we're dancing on this territory, he said in the interview the other day that this is not this is where I get screwed up with this guy. I don't know why he jumps ahead of himself. He said that this is not the actual prototype. Like, they haven't even finished the prototype to show you what you're going to get when you order. So basically, this is still just it's a live rendering of what they're trying to nail down. He said they're changing the body. The proportions are going to be a little more in line, which is why the neck looks too long in spots and things like that. So my whole thing is, why are you showing us this then at all? But okay, so now go ahead. So this is not the prototype you're going to get.
Well, remember, he got rushed doing this, right?
He got what?
Because another company came out with a Catwoman, and it made Jazz rush to show all this, right?
Yep.
Well, when you say rush, why do you use the word rush? What is it about?
Because he did.
So this is where I'm going with this, right? So Yost already had this, under wraps. He knew he was working on this behind the scenes. He already had this. Eternal comes out. They show theirs. Boom. All right. I understand, right? I understand that now that forces him to say, hey, guys, we're making one also. Don't jump and buy that, because we're here too, right? So I get that aspect. My thing is this. Now you came out and told us that you're making your own version of a Catwoman. Why the rush is my point. Take your time. All right, now we know you're getting it. Now we know you're making it. Cool. Why do you need to rush anything? For what is my question?
That's my whole thing with these pictures. Why, if this is not the final proto, don't show it to us yet. But it's like he gets so excited, he wants to show you, this is where we're going, this is how far we are. And I love that. And a lot of people love that. A lot of people like the transparency. But I just find it all to be confusing, and it creates room for there to be speculation that shouldn't be there. What's up, Rock? So I would prefer him to be a little less interactive with the community, and I think he said he's going to do that in the future. So maybe he's listening, maybe he's understanding that. But somebody else talk.
Well, let's say hello to this guy.
Darling.
Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. He says driving, so can't respond much, but this will ship with issues. Hope not, but the track record isn't good. Okay, green light. Thank you for being here, my friend.
I was listening to P-Rock the other night, and he brought up some of these concerns too. So it's not like we're all just a bunch of, Yoast haters. I'm probably buying this thing anyway. But I'm going to tell you why these things are circled and what I found about it last night and why we're talking about it tonight. We'll get through that, but I want other people to have a chance to talk.
The store, my friend. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Have a nice weekend. I'll talk to you soon. It says, Night Owl, I got to go take a shower after all those horror Batman shown. Unbelievable. Have a good night, my friend. Fat guy says Eternal Toys. Yep. Iron Dude, welcome. Says I've been slowly telling y'all Inorder's king. This guy, unbelievable. All right, so then that's my question, Michael. My question to you is, where? So you said, oh, they had to rush. They had to rush what? What are they competing against? They already let us know that they have one coming. So obviously, their followers, their supporters, their fans will say, all right, Jazzinc, who we love and adore, is making a Catwoman. Let's hold off on this Eternal. So where does he feel like he needs to rush anything?
That was the rush. The rush was just to get it out that he was doing one. That's it. There's no.
Oh, the rush of the announcement. You mean?
It was just this. He was probably not planning on announcing it because he hadn't gotten it to the point where he'd want to announce it to the world. But Eternals came out, was going to eat up probably a good chunk of the market share, and said, well, I better come out and announce this to preserve as much market as I can. And I would do the same thing. You would do the same thing.
No, I was asking. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I was just asking to see what you meant by that.
Yeah, he just rushed as far as announcing he was doing one. I don't think he's rushing making the figure.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought you meant.
The market for pre-orders because they want to secure the money from the people that are on the fence of who they're going to buy it from. It's not really rushing for the Jazzinc faithful, the people that actually follow the Facebook group, his page, everything else. It's for the ones that are seeing this on OSR, OSK, and all these other pages, and they're like, oh, this looks really cool. I should pre-order it. And that's why he says he hopes pre-orders will be going up like what, next week?
Yeah, the 30th, I think he said.
What's that?
I think he said the 30th.
30th, something like that. I was thinking the 29th, but 30th sounds right too. But it's sometime in just about a week's time, they're supposed to go up for pre-order. And like you're saying, they don't even have a finalized prototype. And so it's like, you're essentially being like, if you didn't watch that stream and hear that, you look at this and you're like, this is the pick. This is what I am being sold.
Right.
This is my advertisement for this product.
Yep.
And based off of that, I'd be like, damn, this is one good looking figure. But the company's never made a 1/6 scale figure.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
And seeing how, their vehicles are bigger than the Hot Toys vehicles because they're saying that that's really what 1/6 scale is. Does that mean Michelle Pfeiffer is going to be like a foot taller than DX09? Like, who knows?
Don't be a lying hater, okay?
I'm just saying because, Michael Keaton is a pretty short dude, or the 92 Batman, but, Michelle Pfeiffer at Jazz's true scale stuff versus what everyone else interprets as 1/6 scale, you never know. But I really hope the figure does come out good, and I hope that it's not a crazy amount of money. But it's one of those things where you can have it good, you can have it cheap, and you can have it fast. But you have to pick one. Not even two in this case. And it's like
now for those who are involved and are following the project, William, how much is this thing going to be? So the single and the double.
I thought for the single they were saying 3-ish, and then for the double it sounds like 450-ish to 5-ish, but that's before shipping.
All right.
And shipping from wherever they're shipping from, because they're not made in the Netherlands, they're made in China.
Right.
Because he was talking about sending a team from the Netherlands to China to inspect the box shaking machine that you keep showing. He literally said that. And
what shaking machine?
Yeah.
Just call that the Fab-O-Matic 3000.
Is that the original machine or the new one that he bought? 'Cause he said he bought one that was more violent.
I think it was this one.
Because the first one, I guess, wasn't stress testing the box enough or something, and they were having the issues with how it was packaged. But
so now, do you guys think on the panel? And I'm gonna go with you, Jay, first. Let's say 350 for the single, or 330 for the single, and 450 for the double pack. Do you think, as a company, right, not licensed, okay, because this product will be licensed. Where is it a license to be sold? Who knows? But it's licensed, right? They got permission to make this branded, Batman Returns, whatever it is. Catwoman, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, he's got the permission for the likeness of Michelle Pfeiffer. Apparently, she's difficult to get it from. He got it. So does that mean he's going to be the only one making? Clearly not. We got Eternal too. So my thing is, do you think that those prices are fair, right, for a company that has never made a single licensed figure ever? Or do you think, well, inflation, blah, 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 that's the norm now, 300 per figure. Are you okay with this from a no-name company?
It's the acceptable market price currently, and he produces less en masse, so his prices are always higher because of that. So it jives. Now, if you want to say, do I personally think coming out of the box, asking top dollar? Boy, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. That's a hard one, because who's to say?
It also sounds like there's going to be sold through 1/6 kit, and if that's the case, then the shipping costs will already be built into the price,
right?
And that might be the best way for them to get these figures actually out worldwide, because kit being kit gets the figures where they need to go,
right?
And
they're in China as well, so it's not going to be, you know what I mean?
Right. It's not like shipping it back to the Netherlands just so then they can FedEx it from the Netherlands to the States for, $100 for,
right.
Like, I get it. If you want overnight shipping, you want express 2-day shipping, great. I've done that before, and I pay my $100 and it gets here. But, that shouldn't be the only option.
Right. Right. Rudy, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here.
And we just had this conversation about the Batman. It's like, how much would you pay for that rhinestone Batman? Well, Mike would pay, whatever. I wouldn't pay 10 cents. It's how do you? That's an individual decision. I don't know how to quantify that, really.
Big Dog, welcome. All right. So my thing is this, right? I would never, again, and I'm biased because of knowing the track record of this company, right? I know what to expect. If I know what to expect out of a vehicle, what can I possibly expect from a figure, right? I can tell you they're not going to be using premium bodies. I can tell you they're not going to be making their own bodies like Hot Toys would. I can tell you that there's going to be nothing that will be any better than any Hot Toys figure ever made. They may get updated bodies in the sense of, obviously, they're not going to use a body that's 10 years old. I would hope, at least, right? Remember that they have to buy these bodies in bulk. Therefore, they're not going to spend tons of money on on the type of bodies that they're going to be getting. So I can't expect top quality or good quality bodies at that, right? The material, what?
I've got to interject at that point. Like, I hear what you're saying, and you're 100% right. But at the same time, like, I have a really hard time believing we're going to be at a price point north of $400, and they're going to be using shit bodies.
I can tell
you know what I mean? Like,
I can tell you. And again,
I know that's where third party cuts corners all the time. But at the same time, like, how many times have you picked up a figure and you instantly fell out of love with it because the body was super light? I got the Og Toys, the Gurney Halleck and the Duke Leto that I went ahead and I got, just a couple months ago. And it's like, when I was taking them out of the box, just looking at them in the box was great. Like, I was excited. But the instant I felt that body and it felt like a hollow body, it was like,
yeah, but that's only happened with a figure you've spent sub $200 for. Like, that's never ever happened to me on a figure I spent money on. Like, when I buy the cheap Asian figures,
even when it's third party.
Yeah, like,
okay.
Again, when I spend up, like, if I spend up on what's the stupid SSR figures, right?
Okay.
They don't feel cheap, those bodies. Okay. They feel good. But anytime I've had like a hollow, crappy body that the guy from the movie with the assassin, oh my god, with the Matilda, the assassin with Matilda, the girl. What's that? Professional. That figure, that body was horrible. But again, it was a sub $200 figure, if I remember correctly. $160.
Who made that? Who made that? Who made that?
I have no idea. You'd have to look it up. I
But
mean,
look
a lot of companies made that
a
professional.
lot of companies did. Yeah.
Look what Rudy's saying. He said, Jazz, I think he said that's a Fison body in these protos under this suit that we're looking at. But he did say, like Rudy said here, that's not the body they're using. They have a custom body for it. Who's making the custom body? Where did he get a custom body?
Exactly.
Well,
I'm not saying I doubt it.
He's
I'm
at
saying
a
where.
factory making a mold.
No, I know, but is it going to be? Is he investing enough into that body is going to be top tier, or is that a place to work?
Hold on.
You know how to cook books and work figures, right?
Let's get something. What is top tier body? What is that?
Something that matches what you'd get from Hot Toys: full articulation, ratcheting.
Right. It's all plastic. Just a plastic body made with It's just I
But
mean, I don't know. It can't be bad because most bodies I'm not like blown away. As long as it's not cheap hollow crap, I'm fine with it. It's undergarment. I'm not going to see it. You know what I mean? It's
not. But Mike, but it wouldn't be about seeing it. It would be about the whole point of a Fison is for the full articulation. You know what I mean? And not so much for the aesthetics of it.
I don't want a Fison body. I wouldn't want a Fison body.
Well, also,
the thing is this.
This is magnetic, Fobs. This isn't a stand either. So the body's like a sideshow body where the legs are shit. If you have that problem here, there's nothing to hold this figure up. She's got little tiny feet on high heels, and that whole base is magnetic. They don't give you a stand. So this body is kind of important.
Yeah, I know that some people don't like Fison bodies, but I've gone ahead and I've got customs that are built on Fison bodies, and the body. I mean, there's two things about it. Number one is the weight, because the weight, like you said, it stabilizes the figure. Because when you have a light hollow body, the figure's going to tilt. You walk by, if you're pissed off and you stomp by your room, then bam, it falls over. There's the weight of it that keeps it in place and makes it stable. And then the other part is the ridiculous amount of articulation you get with it as well, because the stainless steel bodies with all the different points of like all the different hinges and all the different places that it can bend and pose, they're infinitely more posable than the plastic bodies that we see from like the Toys, for example. So, I mean, if they're going to do, I won't say a Fison body, but if they're going to do a body that's got a stainless steel skeleton on the inside, then, I could be on board with that.
Oh, yeah.
But just your standard plastic body, I think is, especially at a figure north of $400, I think is a little bit ridiculous.
Rudy says, just ask for a regular stand in his group. If the project gets enough support, he'll add it as an upgrade.
Yeah.
Thule says she's approximately height. She's gonna be as tall as She-Hulk.
I can understand what Mike's saying. Like that's your and I's argument sometimes. When I'm like, I see this third party thing, you're like, the body's going to be terrible, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't need it to do anything except really stand there. So I'm willing to sacrifice that sometimes.
Nefty, welcome. How are you?
Gentlemen, thank you for having me.
It was Saturday, or what happened?
I was date with the wifey. Just got in, bro, because the restaurant was packed.
We told you. We said it. We said
Jay, Brandon, Mikey Mike, a.k.a. Mikey Guns. How you doing, brother?
we said he's shaking that prostate. So Nefty, a question for you. So as a diehard Jazzinc customer, what are you expecting? I don't know if you heard the conversation, but everything that you've been seeing from Jazzinc with all these pictures that I'm about to show you is not what you're getting at all. None of it is. This is just for show. So what do you expect out of this? Is now everything that you're seeing as a promo has been told to everybody that it's not what you're getting. What do you expect?
Oh, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. So you're saying that what I'm seeing, I'm not getting?
Correct. Like,
and
this is all. This is apparently Yost.
But what do you mean? Like I'm not.
This is a draft.
Right. Like, none of this is what you're getting.
Wow. I mean.
But if we do get it, Fabs is going to eat a head sculpt on show.
So I mean, then I'm baffled because then what am I getting?
You're getting He's being stupid.
Oh,
You're
he's being stupid. Okay.
According to Fabs, from Juiced, it's called AIDS.
No, I mean,
explain to him, Jake. Explain to him.
He said this is not the final prototype. So the head sculpt and everything, I believe, is finalized, but the suit and the body are not.
Okay, so you're basically, and I suspect what he means is that it's going to be timed up or modified, whatever. So we're seeing a prototype, right? Basically,
we're seeing graphic design
down. Won't be as good.
So he's saying that it won't be as good.
Right. So no, that's not what he said. What he said is what you're seeing is not where you're getting. So are you prepared to spend $450 for the double pack with the magnetic base if you don't even know what you're going to be getting or what your product is going to look like?
If you put the question like that, any reasonable person will say, no, that's not a reasonable transaction of business.
So now we finally got you to stop buying Jazzinc. Finally, please.
I mean. So you're saying Joe's kind of said this?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he's saying that this is not the final prototype. So he said they're still making some adjustments on the suit.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be a custom body, not this body. But he's got 10 days till the pre-orders open up to show us the final proto.
Right.
So my whole thing is, why are you showing us this at all if it's not done yet? It's just because he's excited and he wants to get it out there. But meanwhile, I found flaws, and when we get to that point, when we talk about it, you'll see. Like, now I don't know what to think. Are some of these flaws going to be part of the final thing? Or is this is why I don't like that he does this stuff. It just creates confusion.
Rudy says, Nefty said, any reasonable person. Clearly, that is not Nefty. Clearly, that is not Nefty.
Yeah, and by the way, what's up, William? Doesn't see you before.
Guys, hit that like button, please. There's 53 of you guys in here. Don't be peasants. And thank you guys for being here. Hate watchers.
So, Joe, this was at his last stream that he had? He
like a day or two ago.
It was a long stream. I caught it midway, and I haven't gotten back to
Bob says, I think he said pre-order could be delayed 2 weeks, but still.
Oh, really? Okay, well, there you go. Okay. There you go.
All right.
Nefty and I are the only unreasonable people in here. Yeah, okay. The only real peasants in here.
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable.
On that stream the other day, they ignored what I typed into the chat. I was proud of what I wrote.
Did you get banned? I know people got banned.
I didn't get banned, but he said that they switched up their electronics to military spec ones and all that. And I was like,
yeah, I heard that.
And I was like, speaking from somebody who's been in the military his entire adult life, mil spec is not something to be proud of. It'll just stop working randomly. And it's like, it's like if you say it's military spec, that means nothing.
Yeah. He's just gonna jam.
But he says that to try to sell it to people and be like, oh, he's using military grade.
I know, because people use that all the time. Like, oh, this cell phone is military drop tested and it's military grade this. And it's like, like a Humvee is broken down 90% of the time. That's mil spec.
Yeah.
And it's just.
So there you have it, guys. Don't fall for the fancy wording. Don't fall for the gimmicks. If you hear military grade, it means cockroach. So don't fall for it.
I have a few mil spec pocket knives and they're terrible.
So Nefty, Jay, get into the flaws. So what did you see? What did you find? What do you dislike? Because again, remember that, let them know too that you're interested in the product and you wish that it actually comes out, decent.
Yep, I'm gonna because I try to be fair. I'm 99.9%. The only thing that's going to keep me from ordering this is if Hot Toys comes out with one in 10 days or before the pre-orders go up for this. And then I'll have to make a choice. But if they put this out first, I'm going to order it. And if Hot Toys comes out with one, I'm going to get one from Hot Toys too. I have no problem with having both. I like Jazzinc. I like Yoast. I have no problem with that. But again, we got to be real about these things. I thought about this the other day, and now I noticed other people were saying it before we had a chance to do a stream. So I'm not the only one thinking this, but I'll speak on it. Mm-hmm. Who's painting the heads? Now, he touts the sculptor, painter, the fabric person, blah, blah, blah. But they're just doing the prototype. And then they're supposed to oversee the actual production from that point on. But see, because this is where being a startup company kind of bites him in the butt a little. And I wish he had talked about it more, because I do want to know. Hot Toys, we have a track record. We don't know all the little Asian kids that are painting all our heads, but we know that they're pretty good because every head we get looks pretty darn good. Well, he doesn't have a track record. So when he's showing us this stuff, understand that if you give a 1 or 2% leeway of drop off from proto to final for Hot Toys, what is this thing going to be? How much softer is this sculpt going to be than this? Because it's going to happen. We know it's going to happen.
Yep.
And that has nothing to do with his quality. It happens to Hot, happens to InArt. I have a head right here. This is not what was advertised. It looks pretty damn good, but it ain't what was advertised. So I'll show you later. Don't worry about it. So that was the first thing I started thinking about. I said, how good are these pictures going to look when you actually get the thing in hand? So then I started really analyzing the pictures, and I said, you know what? This suit is being helped out a lot by this lighting on all these photos. And if you really dig into this thing, it ain't quite there yet. So then when he goes on the stream and he says, this isn't the actual final proto, I'm like, okay, well then what am I judging? Are the mistakes I found in this thing going to be on the actual suit or not? Like, I kind of want to know, because it's important. If you bring up, here you go.
Joker J, if the molding is done, it's done. If the molding is done, it's done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much like it is what it is, like you said about the vehicle.
The gist of the entire conversation, though, is straight up. I mean, how are you expected to shell out that much money, even if it's just a deposit, even if you're just going ahead and buying in on the pre-order? How are you expected to shell out that level of cash when you don't even have a peek at what the final product is? I mean, it's like there are two schools of thought on it. One is, it's wrong in the first place because you don't know what you're getting. But the other one is like what we got with the new Obi-Wan Kenobi figure is a great example. Like, it was passable when they showed us the prototype images, and it's like, okay, if it looks like that, we're good to go. We always expect to step down with the head sculpts. But then when they dropped that new head sculpt on us and they showed us, that with the hair blowing out and stuff, I thought, gosh, that was so much better than what we were promised. Like, I'm okay with it if we're going to turn up like that. But going ahead and putting the images out there saying, guys, we're going to offer it in a $450 and $500 package. Get in while you fit in, get your pre-orders done, and then go, oh, and by the way, we don't even know what it's going to look like. It's definitely not going to be that, though. It's going to be Catwoman. It's not going to be that. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, it feels like amateur hour. Like, aside from the fact that, like, it doesn't feel good to buy a figure and you don't know what it's going to look like. Yeah. The other part of that is that you're sorry, my monitor just blinked out. You don't know what you're getting, but on the other hand, it's like that takes away from the trust, because Jazzinc, we were talking about how Jazzinc had never put out a 6-scale figure before. So it's like, now, okay, well, wait, you made a cash grab because you probably needed to fund something else, and you're gonna shake it up on me? I don't know, man. Like, it feels untrustworthy all the way around.
But it's like Joker J said, you have, what is it, Joker J, a couple of days before the 30th for him to come up with the final product before it goes on pre-order.
Well, I heard 30th was when the pre-orders go up, and then somebody said he might push it back a couple of weeks. So there's a little bit of time, but
you still got time to save your money. Rudy says he'll tell you all. He'll continue to improve it, but that's what he does with the cars too. Yep. And it's starting to sound like it's all word games. It's all, it'll get better. And as you can see, when it's close to the final product, it's like, well, it is what it is, guys. There's nothing we could do. So that is just kind of disgusting to me. Again, that's just me. I don't have any money in this. But if somebody told me that, I would be like, are you kidding me? And I would never, again, just like I did, I would never spend my money with them ever again. Because now I feel disrespected. I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. Right? You're not being. You want to come off like you're all about transparency, and clearly it's not at all. Right? So that's what I don't like. I don't like getting played with. I don't like people trying to play me. I don't like people thinking that they can play me, that is one way to lose my business immediately, right? I don't think that anybody, even if it's $100, right, that we all have, right, would like, none of us would like that money to be taken away from us, to be stolen from us, to be robbed from us, finessed from us, right? Which is what it's starting to feel like when we're buying these products. At least I felt that with the 66 and I was gone. You'll never see me on that Jazzinc line ever again buying anything, period. Because clearly it'll always be an issue. There will always be an issue. And guess what? If I expect an issue, why would I buy a product and then have to know that eventually, whenever it gets here, I have to ship it back. I have to get something fixed. I have to get something touched up, whatever it is. We go into it knowing this. Some people don't care.
Yeah.
And that's what he counts on too. He hopes that 95% of his sales just overlook any issues and any problems.
And that's a really, really shitty way to do business too. And it upsets me quite a bit because
that's my thing.
What we're saying too is,
let me tell you one thing.
Go ahead.
You wouldn't continue doing the same exact thing that you're doing if you really cared about changing. To get out of the whole body and mold of the 89, what did he do? He said, well, the 66 had the same issues and the 22 had the same issues. So it is what bullshit. It is. That is a slap in the face. I don't care how you look at it. Again, people in the community must be retarded and love being abused and love being taken advantage of. That's your problem. When it comes to fixing the issue, whatever the issue is, he'll try to fix it. So that's not the problem. But again, why ship out half-ass products so then you could have to, most likely, depending on the person, fix it again? I'll tell you why. Because he knows that there will be people who will get the item, and if it's not terrible enough where something is broken, people will keep it, and he knows that. That's why he's very comfortable shipping out the way they are. For example, somebody else would have gotten my vehicle. I can guarantee you they would have been like, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. It's cool. I'll keep it. Guaranteed.
And you know, it's an indictment against that. The problem, the biggest problem that I see with this too is that when people are reporting problems with their Jazzinc kit, it's always the same shit. It's not like one guy has an issue with the door, one guy has an issue with the wheel. It's always the wheel XYZ, the wheel, no matter who the buyer is. You know, so that kind of belies toward the thinking that you're putting, or the position that you're putting across right now, is that there are people that'll just choke it down. Because I'll tell you, you know, if I'd spent, you know, that much money on a Batmobile and it showed up, I mean, for me, it's a matter of principle. I stand on principle quite a bit. But, you know, I can imagine that there are a lot of people out there that are going to go, you know what, I'll just glue the door in place. It'll be fine. And, you know, that may be okay for that person, but overall, I think it's a really shitty way to do business.
Oh, absolutely. And again, the way he just says, it is what it is. We'll fix whatever we can, but the molds, that's what it was. What? Yo, get the hell out of here. But anyway, let's get back into the actual mistakes that you see, or the mess ups that you see, Jay. So here we have, so I have some images that have some circles on them. And you know, to pointing out some of the things. So here's one. So we got a circle on the mask, and then also on the bottom by the waist.
Yeah. So look, here's what I'm noticing is that now here's why I brought this figure too. I'll show you something here. We're gonna go to school. The plastic head is plastic. You can polish that thing. You can get that rubber, that wet rubber look like her suit very easily, right?
Right.
If you notice, the only things that have that wet rubber shine to them are the corset, which is plastic, and the head sculpt. But the underneath suit, if you really look at where the light's hitting that, it's got that matrix pattern, which looks like if you ever held black duct tape up to the light, you can see the cross hatching of the little fibers that are in the tape. You can see what's up. So how much?
Do you think that's what we're seeing here, though?
Oh, I know that's what we're seeing. We'll see it bring up the other picture with her chest she's looking right at the camera and her chest is big and bold. Next, right there. Look at that one. Can you see all that? See all that white? It's all little squares. It's not nice and smooth. So there's a texture to whatever this suit is that under harsh lighting, you can see it clearly.
Yep.
So I think that this suit is not quite there yet. Whatever material he's using, I think that even under the perfect lighting conditions to get a nice, beautiful photo like this, you can still see it. What is it going to look like in your detail? It's going to look like she's wearing black duct tape with some plastic over it. So I'm concerned about that. Like I said, I'm not looking for things to pick the thing apart. I noticed it and I said, so then he says, this isn't the final prototype. Well, is that something that's going to get fixed or not?
Right.
That to me seems like a material choice. It doesn't seem like sizing of the body and all that. This is just the material you're using. So I'm assuming that's going to stay. That's discouraging. Okay. And then show them the pictures with the sides of the breasts, how it's pinched. Anybody that's seen, there's this one and there's another photo of it that's a little bit better. If you look right there,
man,
that is not
Dude, why are we even giving this figure time? I feel like this is just like,
oh my God, Brandon.
To make
you guys, you got
how dare you?
That Fab's Kool-Aid that he's selling.
to make that material bend to put a seam right there, you can almost feel what that is in your hands. You know what that is going to feel.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
And you're better off not buying this product. Oh, well, right. If he wants to lose my money, Rudy, but I'm still in it because I'm hoping for the best and I root for this guy. But when you see stuff like that, so again, is that going to be fixed? Is that? I don't know. Maybe now after somebody says, hey, some guy was talking about it in a stream and he sees me saying this, maybe he'll look at it. Right. But I mean, that's not something I don't want to see that crease. That doesn't belong there. That shows that material is thicker than it should be. It's folded in a weird way that they had to put the seam right there to make it work. Not impressed with that. So far, the suit needs work. Now, there's another photo of her standing straight up, I think, with the backdrop. And I noticed something else that I'd never circled and showed you. That's what I told someone in the last stream. I believe it. Show me the one where she's standing up in front of the window with the diorama and everything, if you would. No, right there. If you can't zoom in, but people at home, if you find this picture and you really look at that leg, it looks like the stitching that runs up her hip is applied over the suit. It literally looks like an iron-on little stream of stitching that they attach.
It's a bump. It looks bumped.
Yes, it does not look like it's part of the suit that was stitched together there. It looks like an application over it. That gave me room for concern.
That's it. I hate Jazzinc.
So
I'm going to write them a nasty email right now.
As somebody who's going to buy this thing and a supporter of his, I'm noticing these things.
Bob says, guys, stop. This is way better than anything Hot Toys has made. Well, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Guys, you can't you got to be hopeful. You got to hope for the best. Like I said, I hope this is the best figure that, has ever been made in 1/6 scale. Obviously, it'll never be that.
Me too.
But it doesn't me too. It doesn't mean that it can't be a good figure. It's just don't expect the best. Don't expect anything better than Hot Toys. And if you do, and if you don't get it, it's your own fault for expecting more than, you should expect third quality product from this company at all times, whether it's a vehicle or whether it's a figure. Expect a third party product. And guess what? You will not be disappointed every time. Now,
I think Juice is going to make this figure so awesome just to spite you.
I hope. If
you know what? If he does, I'm gonna buy every.
If I'm the driving force, if I'm the driving force for him to make a better figure, I'll take that job all day long.
I hope
you guys get a good figure. I hope you guys get a good figure.
Wouldn't that be absolutely that would be perfect. That would be perfect. If you were the catalyst with all your vitriol, if you were the catalyst to get him to get it perfect.
I know. Can you imagine?
That looks nice.
So look, right? Okay, here's what I'm just going to say, because I know an argument you're going to hear already is that the reason it's so shiny on the head is because it's plastic, and there's going to be a differentiation between that and the actual suit. Well, Hot Toys doesn't do that. They match texture very well. If they have a plastic head and it's supposed to be a fabric, they match that look with the plastic. Like on this texture here matches the yellow on the suit. Okay.
Right.
It looks to the eye like this is made of the same material, even though we know it's not. Here's the thing, though. This is what I'm concerned about with Jazz. This is the Hono line. Now, this little thing here does not really match this texture very well. It looks cheap. That's because this is a starter line.
I was going to say it's a $150 figure.
That's where the budget comes in. So now we're back to the question of, if he's charging $300 and something a fucking figure, I don't want that.
Right.
And I don't want that.
Right.
I expect him to get it right. I expect that suit to be just as shiny with no textured pattern as the head is. So before anybody makes that argument that they're two different things and they're going to look different, bullshit. I just put that argument to bed.
Right.
So come at me with something else, all you defenders of the faith.
Right.
I will forgive all those problems that you mentioned, every single one, if that head sculpt is anything like it's showing to be honest.
I will too. I'm very forgiving like you, and that's why I support
you. Yeah, like, because again, on my shelf 6 feet away, I'll never notice that stuff. So if that, it's just that head sculpt's got to be a 10, 11 out of 10. It's got to be crazy good.
But I want those other things. I want to get them. I'm not going to turn it down if he doesn't get it perfect. But I don't think, I think there's trickery with these photos, just like Hot Toys does. And I don't like it with Hot Toys. I don't like it with this. I think the only picture I'm concerned is stark lighting with that thing standing still and rotating on a turntable, so I can see exactly what I'm getting. I don't care about all this stuff with flowery background pictures and all this. All the salesman bullshit. I don't want that. I want to see what I'm getting.
I mean, given that he's working off of the Warner, Brothers concept, and like he has exactly what the costume was made of. Like, he's gonna have it exactly right. You know what I mean? He's got everything to know what that suit looked like and has the close-ups of it. You know what I mean? Because it's a licensed figure.
Yeah, but
he's got everything he needs to make it.
Didn't produce this. And the potentiality that the suit was very difficult at the time that this came out for them to make. Their technology wasn't quite there back then. They passed probably for that reason. So now he's attacking this with less of a budget, crowdfunded, with, he doesn't have thousands and thousands of figures to figure out what works and what doesn't. Correct. We're taking a lot of chances with this. I mean,
somebody brought it up to his attention, because while you was talking, I jumped on Jazzinc's Facebook, and about 4 hours ago, a gentleman on his Facebook pointed out the texture thing, and the poor guy got freaking hammered by people in that group, which was unfair. This guy, he did an observation, just like anybody that's looking to put good money in. And I'm like, God, I'm looking at it right now. I thought it was 3 strike rules in that group.
Yeah, I thought he said that shit wasn't going to happen. I thought he said,
I'm looking at it
one way or the other, right? You can make a nice, comment and critique, but don't come to his defense like a bunch of retards.
Yeah, the guy made an observation, and people had to jump in the comments to defend the guy. Like, well, the guy's just making an observation, and you want to vilify him. Kind of like what you just did.
Oh, it is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
The cult of Jazzinc.
And Bob said,
"We don't vilify you, Joker J."
I don't care.
No, right. But just so you know that, I guess he's on Joss's Facebook, so he'll probably come to see us sometime after the weekend and what have you.
There's a guy that does
exactly what you said. Is it me, or can I see the texture? And I'm just paraphrasing. And then after that, they got ugly.
Well, people are crazy, so I'll take on the crazy. Come at me with your stupid fucking theories. I can see with my own 2 eyes, and you can see with your own 2 eyes. That ain't the way it's supposed to look. It ain't movie accurate. Don't give me this shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't care for people like that. They're idiots.
Don't,
Jay, Gus is working on it. I mean,
Jay, do me a favor. Don't talk about Mike like that. So we have it says I'm guessing this costume has always been difficult to replicate, make, and as Joker J says, it feels like a trial and error, but at our expense. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not the first time that it's happened. It's not the first time it'll happen. But again, I think this is getting ridiculous. I think, I feel like he's playing with your feelings, whoever is involved in any of his projects. Again, like I always say, it's your money. Do whatever you want with it. But I woke up and I chose peace, and I want no part of this ever again. And like I said, it's not that I wish any bad product on anybody. I hope he makes the best products from now on until we all die. But realistically, it's never going to happen. It's just that simple. You'll always have issues. You'll always have problems because, again, he's nowhere near Hot Toys. The fact that he thinks that there's some type of competition there is mind-blowing. The fact that he brought him up, so it would comment something like, I'm not going to be playing nice anymore or something like that. I don't know what that meant. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know what he will do the moment Hot Toys decides to literally put him out of business and make that Catwoman. Okay. The moment Hot Toys says, "Oh yeah, you want to play nice? You're threatening me," it's game over for him. So this is where I come out with there's no humility. He's not a humble person at all. He talks like he's at the top of the game when it comes to making figures, when clearly we don't even have one. We got the vulture that has nothing to do with this conversation whatsoever, right? So it's just crazy to hear. It's crazy to be to hear how confident and how cocky he is about something that he's never put out before. And not only that, remember that he's not making any of it, which is the key here. Yep. He's not making any of it.
Well, that's why I said, he goes, I got so-and-so to do the head sculpts and the painting. Look how amazing this is. It's like, is he going to be painting mine? That's what I want to know. Don't be the person that's painting mine and how good a job they do.
Right.
But obviously you can't do that. But that's why I said, with Hot Toys, we have a track record. We don't have to know their names. We know that we're going to get a good product. We don't have that with him yet. So it's a leap of faith. But that's the other thing I will say in his defense. If you don't want to take a chance, don't invest. You're going along for a ride. You know that even the real figure is a prototype, more or less, because he's venturing into uncharted territory without much of a back sale. So you know what you're getting into as a seasoned collector with your money. And if you want to invest and it comes out not up to par, you know that going in. Like you said earlier before, Fabs, if you go into it thinking it's going to have some flaws, you won't be disappointed.
Correct. And that's it. Just be realistic. Just be realistic.
Nefty's willing to deal with it. We're going to take the plunge and see what happens.
Correct. So that's another conversation we had on Friday, with the maturity level of collecting, right? It's it's a real thing, right? You can't come in here, right, as a newbie and start jumping into a company like Jazzinc and expect perfection. And this is why it's very dangerous, not in a bad sense, but dangerous in the misleading sense. You have all these people defending this company that clearly puts out subpar product. Products have issues all the time. It's the norm for the company, which is horrible to say, but it's a fact, right? With Jazzinc, you have more issues than not, which is, again, very sad to say, but it is true. So now you are a newbie. You find this group, you see these conversations, right? You see somebody pointing out something real, something true, right? You get sworn by the protectors and the defenders of Jazzinc. How do you take this as a newbie? Wow, what do you notice, right? Do you go, oh, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about because he's being attacked? Or, oh my God, look, these people must be right because it's a bunch of them against one, right? So now you start believing, right, the masses over the one person. What happens with that? All right, guess what? Everybody's defending this product. Let me go buy it. You go buy it. You get issues because you most likely will. Then what?
You order
That's
3 or
what
4.
I don't like. People going, this is better than Hot Toys. This is better than Hot Toys. This will turn out better than Hot Toys. The vehicles are better than Hot Toys. The vehicles are greater than. No, they're not. Yes, the 89 is bigger than the Hot Toys one. Yes, the 89 has the smoke feature that Hot Toys doesn't have. Yeah, it's different. Doesn't mean it's better. Doesn't mean it looks better just because it's bigger. Doesn't mean it's actually better in any other way besides coming with a smoke feature, right? That doesn't make it that much better. If that's something you're looking for, then guess what? Then it is better to you. But guess what? Me buying this Jazzinc 89 from Jazzinc doesn't make it better than the Hot Toys one. I'm spending more. So if you think that spending more makes it better, then that's your own logic, and that is 100% wrong.
Let me bring a question up to Mike. Mike, the backstory is this week I was on the stream and I gave my opinion that when it comes to Jazzinc and a newbie, and given all the I guess you want to call it the drama that comes with Jazzinc, if you're a newbie, in my opinion, I would say build up a tolerance before you get in and start investing in Jazzinc. Would you say it will be the same thing in the statue community? Be given that a lot of the statues that you buy, you're buying it overseas because there's very few or specific types of statue. If you're looking for it, you're not gonna find it in America unless you go through like a spec fiction. And there's I guess a lot of pitfalls. And if you're a newbie, you'll fall into all of it. So I kind of think of it like that with the Jazzinc. That is it like a statue collector that a newbie shouldn't go in there head first without having some building up of tolerance, given all the pitfalls that are in the statue community.
100%, yeah. Because look, it's like Jazzinc is like a custom statue maker, right? There's always in the statue community, there's always little hidden statue groups, and it's a guy who's making 100 statues, and it's a custom inner group little thing, you know what I mean? And they're only making 100 of them. And it's not a big company, and you're taking risk when you're buying.
Look, Mike, you pointed out to me a while back that I was interested in that Hulk statue, and then I came to you and said, "Hey, I saw that Hulk statue at this price." And you said, "Oh, that's a replica." And then you explained to me that there are people that'll copy a statue, and it's not the same quality. And I would have fell for that. You understand?
All right,
so that's what I mean.
These things, yeah.
Why do we not? Why? I mean, I know the answer, but I'm just going to say it so people can think about it. Why is it that there's these groups of people that want to take down the king that made this what it is? You know what I mean? Hot Toys made this such a fantastic hobby to be into. They've given us thousands of figures that are just amazing. And why do people want to come for them all the time? Because
where does that come from, though? Who do you mean come from? Who's coming for Hot Toys? Jazz is coming for Hot Toys, you think?
No, the fans.
Oh, the guys who support.
The minute something new comes out, everybody's like, this is the new Hot Toys killer. They can't wait to take down the king. They want something. It's like, why? What they're giving you is fantastic. What they've done to elevate this hobby and get in touch with people like us. I'm an older guy. I shouldn't be into this stuff.
Because they just don't pay him any mind.
Huh?
like guns.
So no, that is very true. And Jay, I've definitely brought that up before. It's like they're talking all this shit about Hot Toys while spending their money buying Hot Toys, right? Talking negatively about Hot Toys. Again, in this hobby, okay? Obviously, we're not in a statue hobby, but this 1/6 scale hobby was made and created by Hot Toys. Right, to a certain extent, it's the best 1/6 scale company in the world right now. So I've never and same with you. I understand where it comes from, right? I get the answer. These people, again, they don't understand the company. They don't really know the company. I can tell you, anybody who talks negatively about Hot Toys doesn't really own many Hot Toys, right? They can't possibly understand the company to say something negative about it, right? And that's how I take it every single time. Oh, Hot Toys sucks. Hot Toys, oversizes their figures. Their figures are always too big. You clearly don't know what you're talking about because that is not the case. Just because you heard Yost saying that they oversized a Batman for his own vehicle that he made or his own chair that he made doesn't mean that Hot Toys suddenly oversizes every figure. So comments like that will out
The mass
any
produced.
new. Well, no. It wasn't about the mass producing. It was the oversizing of the figure.
No, I know, but I'm saying they also say about it's mass produced. Well, so what? Is that necessarily bad?
Correct.
Like, okay, I know some mom and pop Italian joints that their French fries are not as good as McDonald's. McDonald's is mass produced crap.
Right.
It doesn't mean that every little artisan booth or little guy in the back alley has a great burger that's better than Burger King. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. But that's the thing. It's what do you call the people? Hipsters. They can't be involved in anything that's popular. They've got to whatever's cool. They got to be the opposite. I had a friend like that was always into the newest bands, and the minute 10 people liked them, he was like, they suck him onto the new thing because God forbid he liked something anybody else liked. So there's groups of these people out there that just can't stand anything that's popular. They got to have something you don't have, and you don't have.
They're mostly in California, those people.
Yeah. San Diego specifically. San Diego specifically. We got Eric in the house. Welcome, my friend.
So are you really collecting for yourself and the thing you care about, or is it just about
exactly?
Like, I got the cool thing than you.
And thank you for bringing that up. These are the people that are, diehard in art. What can you possibly be balls deep about when they don't have anything? You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Anybody who is like that about companies that have no product or crap product tells you everything you need to know about their experience, tells you everything you need to know about their collecting, tells you everything you need to know about what they're saying. The problem is that there are a bunch of the same retards surrounding them, so it becomes a clusterfuck of retards spreading this misinformation.
Guys, I know there's a bunch of you out there with these burner accounts and torturing Fabs with all this, this in-art hype. You just leave him alone. You see how crazy he's getting. Stop.
No. I'm done with in-art because actually, we're not done with in-art because, oh my God, what the fuck is happening? What is happening with this garbage? What is going on in this world? Everybody's
slow down. Those are clearly Hot Toys pegs. They're not in-art pegs.
Everybody has been so excited and so looking forward to their in-art Harry Potter stuff. This is the second one that I've seen broken already. What is happening? What is going on? I thought the king was over here kinging. They're not. They're making rocks and dioramas. But why is this the second figure already broken again?
Do they give
God knows how many?
Come on, that was bound to happen on Kid Figure. You know what I mean? It's just a smaller peg, thinner plastic. Like that was bound. So
Nefty, is this a figure that you're expecting as well, or you didn't get into Harry Potter?
Oh, listen what happened. I had ordered this bad boy from Pop Collectibles because they had it available, and then they refunded my money saying, nope, a done deal. We sold out. So
you were forced to save your money. I got it. Good. Thank God. Whoever
forced to save your money.
And then because I didn't get in, I didn't bother getting into the line. But if I would have gotten in, I would have been.
Who'd you order from?
Pop Collectibles.
Pop Collectibles.
Yeah. When I got into Harry Potter, it was really late in the pre-order period. So late that I guess when I ordered, because they had it available, it turned out they really didn't have one. And again, in 24 hours, I had my money back.
So, Michael, question for you. So you are very excited. You're very excited about your in-art figures. Here they are. You go try to swap the hand because, you have to get that pose. And bam, cracked. This happens to you on your brand new in-art. What is your next step?
My next step, if this happened to in our figure.
Yeah, your Harry Potter.
What am I doing? I'm definitely upset at the decisions I've made.
Can you imagine? He said, "I'll be upset."
Let me tell you, if you guys have ever had this happen with your Hot Toy figures,
yes,
which I have, it sucks. It sucks. You're gonna spend hours of your life trying to get that little piece of plastic out of that arm.
Yep.
And you're gonna think you're gonna do it so delicately that you're not going to destroy that arm.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're going to
wind up
destroy that
banging
arm.
the shit out of it.
Oh man.
You're going to destroy it.
Yep. So now these figures, how much did you pay for this, Nefty?
When I did order it, it was $3 and change from Pop Collectible because I was getting the low end version. I wasn't getting the rooted hair, but I didn't get it because they refunded my money because they were out of it.
So this message is from Vincent Rodella. He says, "Received my Harry rooted in our stunning figure, but both of the hands seem to be glued in the arms. So broken cause can't do anything with it." What the hell? I just emailed William Wang. I hope Inert will help us. Can you imagine? It's like, oh my God, somebody help me now. Can you imagine? It's like you don't even know if you're gonna get any help. That is horrible. Can you imagine supporting a company that, God forbid, anything goes wrong? You're like, man, now where do I turn? I hope they help me. You know how disgusting that is? Do you know how crazy that is? That you don't even have backing. You don't even have customer service. You got to hope and pray that somebody says, you know what, we're going to help you by sending you some extra pegs that should be included like Hot Toys does with every single figure. What?
Extra pegs. That ain't going to help that guy.
Well, absolutely, because at least if you're able to get that out, you'll replace it. But if you don't have an extra one, then what?
It's a big if. That's a big fucking if.
Exactly.
I mean, you're gonna be over a stove boiling water. You're sitting there and you're dumping this thing. I mean, you look hours of your life over a little stupid piece of plastic.
What is this, Nefty?
Oh, this is from Pure Arts, Ghost Recon, Breaking Point.
I think so.
Oh, nice. I think this is the wrong channel though. Gina says, I think it's good to have choices and new companies, but I don't think they should charge as much as exactly. And I feel like everybody's just charging $3+ per figure now. It's just the norm. Inner, help me. You're my only hope. Exactly. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? My God. It feels like it's going to be a store looking for baby oil, but that's the same block as Diddy. Oh my God. Best I can do is send you a Joker detonator in our. Can you imagine? That's horrible. That is horrible.
Oh man.
580 for the deluxe. What, the Harry Potter Rudy? No way. 500.
Yeah, the single plastic one, I was paying $3 and change for it.
Can you imagine? 580 for this garbage? And people are like, oh, it's better than Hot Toys. Yo, this is disgusting.
That
Brandon,
is pretty wild.
I was gonna ask you, how would you feel if this happened to you after spending 580?
Dude, the one thing, like it's okay to get pissed off. It's okay to, to shout from the mountaintops when, it's you have a problem, but like nothing compares to disappointment. And I'll tell you, I've done exactly this, where I've gone ahead and I snapped off a wrist peg, and just that feeling in your gut of like, oh no, like nothing pisses on your parade quicker than disappointment, and that would bum me out. Like honestly, I would look at that with it being glued into the wrist. I would look at that. I wouldn't even put it back in the box. Right. I would just toss it back in the box, squeeze the lid on top of it and stick it under a cabinet for a while before, I looked at it again. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's terrible.
Just like Mike was saying, that's the hard, I've had accidents, but that's the toughest one because even you gotta drill down in to get that piece out. And those friction fits
You're going to wrek that shit.
So you take to stay in it to pull it back out. The drill bit just bores and bores, and then now the thing's flopping around. You gotta bore the whole hole out again and basically disintegrate that piece of.
Basically, you gotta melt it. Basically, you gotta take that peg and put it in hot water and melt it to a point where it's almost so malleable that you're basically then carving out malleable plastic, and then but you're constantly doing it, right? Because it gets hard after
it's
a while.
Such a pain in the ass, man.
Use
it's
different.
Such a pain in the ass.
I'm going to show you guys what I do.
I had all kinds of shit. It was a pain in the ass.
It's 2024. Why in the hell do we not have magnetic wrist balls?
Brandon,
you know what I mean?
Well, we do from Inart, but they were trash too.
Yeah, they're not very good.
So here, this is what I use. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys real quickly what it is that I use.
It'd be nice actually if they made those out of metal or some kind of die cast.
So what I use is this spike.
Yes.
Right. So and I'll go into the joint, into the hole, and I'll start like making it wider and wider and wider and make it bigger, and then I'll start poking the piece out of there with the spike. That's the only way I've been able to do it without.
Bro, you're giving me anxiety.
Without having to heat up anything. I've never heated up a figure. I've never dumped it in water. This is what I do. I go in there. I make the hole a little bit bigger to be able, obviously, for the piece that's inside to be able to slide out.
What if someone tuned in just now?
Welcome to Fabs Night.
What the hell's going on?
See, I take it and I take my little pointy stick and I jab it in that hole and I go around and around until I get it out.
They know I do acupuncture, so it works. All right, guys. So let me know. All right, so it's 2. Yeah. So all right, we'll end here. Jay, any new figures coming? Are you expecting anything? Are you waiting for anything?
This guy, but that I didn't get to finish screwing with, so I was going to review him. This is the Aragorn body.
Aragorn, yeah.
Wow.
And then here's this is horrible. This camera's picking this up horrible. It looks great. This
rated
like,
1 to 10.
8. It's a downgrade from what they showed, but you're not going to see it on here. This is a shitty.
What is it? What is it missing? Like, is it missing texture? Is it missing detail? Why an 8?
Because, God, that head sculpt that they showed on the prototype was so ridiculous. It got everybody's attention. It's definitely softer.
And the hair looks shorter, too. I don't know why, but the hair looks shorter, no?
The hair, well, I haven't even fussed with it. I mean, I'm sure I could poof it up a little, but it does look a little too uniform. And, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't look as realistic. The hair on the chin looks a little more painted than it did. And the eyes definitely do not have that glass look like Hot Toys does. It's definitely a downgrade, but it's good. It's very good. It's like Viggo Mortensen.
TK5 figure toolkit coming soon. Oh my God. Brandon, anything you wanna any deals, any discounts, any sales going on?
Yeah, I mean, anybody who watches your show, definitely just reach out and send me a message and tell me you want a coupon code. I'll build one for you. I've got overstock on 89 Batman Deluxe. I've got Mace Windu, Praetorian Guard, C-3PO, Iron Man Mark 6. I've got with and without the gantry and Grand Admiral Thrawn. So if you need any of those, go ahead and give me a shout on Facebook. You all know how to find me, and I'll tighten you up with a good price. No problem.
I
did finish rebranding the site. So if you go to the site bscrap.co,
I was going to say put it in the chat so they could go.
I can't. It deletes links. If you want to put it on the banner for the last minute or so, that'd be cool. But bscrap.co. The new logos are up. It's cool stuff. I worked with a great artist. Phenomenal.
All right, putting it in the chat real quick for you guys. bscrap.go. There it is.
Catchy name.
Nefty. Nefty. Are you expecting any Jazzinc products?
No, but yeah, I got a couple of things coming out, but 89 is coming. I got the email this week. But September 26th, PlayStation 5 Pro $699 comes out. You pre-order on the 26th, you don't get it till November 21st. In the United States, you can only buy it from Sony Direct. No Best Buy, no Target, no Walmart. Every
No
other
Diddy.
doesn't have access to Sony Direct, they can go to those bad boys. And you know what happens? It comes out on November 21st. Somebody's going to say, oh, I want one for Christmas. And the pirates are going to be jacking up the price on that bad boy. $6.99, no NRD, cash on that day, or credit on that day.
Yeah. Cash
Right?
cash on delivery.
On delivery.
Michael, what about you? Have you gotten any figures? Are you getting any figures? Have you ordered any figures?
Yeah, I think that Iron Man came in, a Spider-Man came in.
Which Iron Man?
I think the
Black
gantry.
and gold?
It has to be the gantry because it came in a giant box.
Oh, so Mark 6.
What is the gantry? 688. And then there's 688.
Most likely, yeah.
And that's it.
And then what else did you say?
That Toby Spider-Man I got. No,
I remember.
She-Hulk. Did you get your She-Hulk?
No, I didn't get She-Hulk, and I didn't get Thrawn yet from Pop.
Okay, so yeah, that's still coming. That's it.
All right, guys. And here I have, like I said, I showed you guys already, my Kenobi, my General Kenobi. I have my Mandalorian Kenobi still to open. I just did my video for the 2 Praetorian Guards. And I don't know if you guys could see right behind me.
Hey, really quick on that Obi. You know what I mean? I told you that Obi head sculpt sucked. Like, I can't believe they made that new.
Huge shout out to Brandon for getting me my Fox. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Finally in hand. Yes. Well, that what Kenobi you talking about? You talking about the Obi-Wan show?
I complained about that head sculpt. I thought it was horrible, and then they redid the whole thing.
And didn't even tell anybody.
Oh yeah. They fixed it. They have
looks
you like
great.
it better now?
It looks good.
It looks very good. It looks really, really good
Yeah,
now.
I think it looks a lot better than they completely fixed it. Yeah.
You know what's funny though? How they wait until the last minute to show us the improvements. I think that's crazy.
Well, look at that. Well, that's where Hot Toys is not king anymore. That's bullshit. Like, that pisses me off that they're doing
because
stuff
it's
like
waitlisted.
that.
They tell you after it's waitlisted.
Well, the fact that you have to go back and correct something, that you get so much flack, that they take a step back and look at it and they're like, you know what? They're right. This looks like shit. We really can't sell
I think it was part of the plan the whole time, to be honest, because the head sculpt that they had on that fig, wasn't it the same as the head sculpt for General Kenobi?
Not at all.
No, it was different. Okay.
They were all different.
Saying,
No.
I feel like they rushed to market with that one, and they were always going to fix the head sculpt.
Well, my thing is this. I think what they're doing is actually on purpose as well. And what I think is happening is this. I think they'll make the prototype, right, for every single figure. If they notice that people are complaining, I think they start from the beginning to change they start changing them. And I think they wait until the last second so people don't go, oh man, you messed it up again. You got to fix it again. So I think that's why they don't show you the fixed one before it's released.
Why though? I mean, wouldn't you want the most pre-orders you can get? Why wouldn't you show your best stuff? It makes no sense.
The
Let
same.
me show like Crappy Head, get a little bit of pre-order, and then go, surprise! It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, come on, Mike. Let's be honest though. Even Crappy Head is still pretty good head.
Well,
even Crappy Head, unbelievable.
Art showed the Superman Christopher Reeves with the Clark Kent 2-pack, nowhere near ready, but they had that show, so they had to put something out there, and they told everybody this is not near ready, but we wanted to have something to show you. Yeah. So I think what happens is Hot Toys has their schedule, and that thing isn't quite ready, but they got to put something out, and then it falls under that little thing at the bottom of the screen that says this is a prototype product.
May not reflect.
That covers them. So then they can go back to the things that weren't ready, like Kenobi, Supergirl, Tony Stank. But I do believe, like you said, that some of the feedback that they get also from people will help propel that, where they might also do that on figures that they might not have done it on.
Correct. They're making too many then. That means they're making too many figures then. If you're doing stuff,
I'm with you on that, Mike.
It costs.
I totally agree.
That's the thing.
All right, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.